until you tell her to stop.
I've never done Daddy.
Alright, shall we?
Yes.
Okay. Hello everyone, welcome to the Cartographers Guild. My name is Josh.
Andrea.
I'm Leah.
I'm Brad.
And we're on to part 7 of our own sphere Leifthrasir. Let's play.
We should really actually look up phonetically how to pronounce that, because I think we're getting it right, but I'm not sure we're getting it right. Leifthrasir? Whatever, it's awesome. Let's kill somebody.
Leifthrasir.
Could be that.
Could be.
We don't know. Correct us.
Engage.
Oh, right. Our forged fire blew out, and we needed to make the cipher that can break Baylor.
Oh, it's green.
This should do.
Well, as long as the
King.
torch
Well
is-
done, Prometheus.
Isn't this the Inferno King's palace?
I think people would be hanging out.
Shouldn't you ask somebody? Oh, it's you.
Again?
He is tending his wounds. The Inferno King and his assistants slumber in the molten lava as we
That's a
speak.
place to camp out.
The Belder Reaver has wounded him deeply.
That's right, he fought with
Oswald
those.
still lives?
Did he?
What a coincidence.
Oswald fought.
Tis
We'll
wrong.
talk about it in a minute.
Who are you?
An asshole.
I am not surprised that you fail to recognize
Who
me.
could?
I am the king who commissioned your first cipher.
You're nothing but bone.
What?
And grew a beak.
He has a pretty distinctive voice, though.
That torch, is that the source of fire?
A source of fire.
Again, you tamper with the jewels without my
Why does he need
permission.
your permission?
The king is a little bit full of
Skull may
himself.
be filled with maggots, but I can still remember.
How? That's full of maggots.
Probably promised not to at some point.
You told the dwarves the secrets of how to process the jewels.
Queen, please follow
Yes,
me.
I'm quite adept at processing family jewels.
Who was that?
I know
Porter
not
said
why
Bailey.
he is here, but that was the ghost of King Valentine, ruler of the land I once called home.
He was
He has
such a
clearly
douche.
lost his mind.
Clearly.
How can you be so rude to your
You
former
teleport?
master? I deeply regret having kept you alive.
Clear the way, King Valentine.
Who's no longer king.
That rock created from my furnace does not frighten me at all.
Probably should.
I really should.
Blast him in the face. Do it.
Is this jeweled artifact one of yours? Very well. Allow me to present my final creation to you.
This
A
fucking
baby
dragon.
A dragon with a crown.
You should know very well the powers in this crown. This hatchling has my power and consumed the fire's source.
What?
Didn't we? Wasn't
Now, my little spawn,
like just now?
devour these mortals before Onyx's forces arrive.
We just got that torch from the source of fire. So like, he had Levanthan like swallow it and then somehow teleported in front of us.
Yeah,
Okay,
wizards
whatever.
are jerks.
Do we know that Oswald fought Onyx? I know that he fought for Onyx. He owed Onyx a favor, but did we know that Oswald fought him? I don't think we knew that.
I guess technically we
Okay.
didn't.
Fucking boss. This is the most ridiculous thing in this game.
What, the baby dragon?
The end dragon is this cute little dragon with a little crown on its egg-shelled head that you just knocked off, but it'll stay on.
No! I am fierce! I am death!
I am death. I am fire.
Alright, give him a minute, alright?
Give him a century. I mean,
No.
he's got to grow up.
Okay.
Crap shot.
And if we're going by D&D standards, that's only going to get him to a size large category. So.
Wait and see. Where did that crown go?
Can you steal it?
That'd be nice.
You should be able to, but
Now I have the power. Ha ha!
I mean, really.
Oops, here's a crown.
And you can't.
But I'm the queen!
Wait. Oh, okay, never mind. That was from doing damage.
Yeah.
I was like, did standing near it give you health?
I thought
There's
the
a
same
lot of
thing.
royalty in this game, you might notice.
Yeah. Everybody's a princess or Something
Technically, we don't know what Oswald is.
Oswald's not a princess.
I thought he was the prettiest princess.
Because Gwendolyn's a princess, and this one becomes a queen, and obviously Cornelius is the Prince of Titania, and Velvet is the Princess of Valentine. Very Dragon Quest. Where's Silver when you need her? I never played the Dragon Quest where like everybody in your party was royalty. I want to say 4, but I might be wrong.
We need to do that sometime in tabletop.
That would be fun, actually.
I mean, Leah already did that in one of her games.
That's true. One of the books of Lamani that kind of technically happened.
In fairness,
But a lot of that was
For,
technically.
90% of that game, my character had no idea.
Neither did mine.
Well,
Leah
the
made that up.
NPC was the bastard daughter of the king, so it was all very technical.
Yeah.
I like the idea of
But we
doing
knew
one
that
more-
about her.
Yeah, we knew
She's
that
like-
about
she-
her.
Yeah, I mean, like... Okay, anyway.
No. We need dueling royalty. We need people, like bragging about their kingdoms and shit like that. We can't just have people. Oh, by the way, I'm a princess. Are you now? Hey, so am I. Wait, so am I.
Okay, regardless of bragging, I like the idea of doing a campaign where we all know.
And it matters.
And it matters.
Yeah, I guess that's the other thing. In Lamani, it's not that it didn't matter at all.
Oh, Brad's mattered.
Well, yeah, that was pretty fantastic. Brad's was my favorite. It's not that it didn't matter at all, but it was more for flavoring than.
It wasn't plot critical for the
Yeah.
most part.
Brad's was the best.
Yeah.
Pretty fantastic.
Maybe someday, audience that's not here right now but might be here someday, will tell you if you ask us. Oh no, that was
quick.
fast.
Yeah.
Speaking of drinks, what is that purple concoction?
What, this? Well, as you know, I drink Monster.
This is Monster Connoisseur.
Yes.
Ultraviolet.
Ultraviolet Monster, yes.
What does it taste like?
Purple.
It is intensely appropriate for 2018.
Alright, pay attention.
Upon returning from the Fire Kingdom, Rom locked himself away in the royal armory.
No problem. So much trouble.
He's working.
Yeah, he's just focusing. Fine.
I wonder why we needed that text. Like, we couldn't have done that here? Okay, whatever.
Excuse me.
How may I serve?
Gather some willing troops. There is little time to launch a counterattack. Matthew, allow the Lilliputians into the forge and let them work on weapons and armor. Tell them to do their best and match the skills of the Demon Lord's dwarves.
Oh,
Understood.
the Lilliputians swore off of forging stuff.
I am going to speak to the
Brittany.
paladins and inform their leader of what to expect.
Yes, Your Majesty. I will take Skylar.
Your Majesty.
There you are, Brom. Is it complete?
'Tis my life's
Looks
masterpiece.
exactly like the last one.
And with this, I shut the curtains on my career as a blacksmith.
Rom.
I have a request.
I'm going into alchemy.
May I have some time off? It pains me to not be able to see my work in action. But I have learned that Oswald, the wielder of the Belder Reaver, is still
Oh, and that's why
alive.
he's up in the tower.
It is my fault that his life is in shambles. He may not wish to see me, but I want to go to him.
I see. Do what you must. Don't worry about the weapon. I shall make news of my victory ring loud and clear across the land.
These rickety bones make it difficult to compete against others in battle.
You can't be that rickety if you're a blacksmith.
Now, please take this.
Then again, magic.
This lethal bow.
He works with crystals. You can't
I
hit those
have
things that
stripped it of
hard.
its former name, the Tasla, and renamed it Rebla. It means the piercing one in the old dwarf tongue. Tis the only cipher in all the world with the
making
power
noise
to
with your dog?
destroy another.
I never do anything for you.
She's like, today that might change.
Nope.
Oops, Springs Eternal. Eddie.
What? Very repeatedly towards the ground while leaping over an arc.
That could be useful if you're trying to get on the other side of something.
That's the reverse of the other one you have.
Yep.
Oh, is it?
Which is slide along the ground while shooting up in the air.
Options are good.
So you either go pew pew pew, or you go pew pew pew.
You go pew pew pew. You go pew pew pew.
Look, she's got one trick.
It's not a very good one.
She just needs a minute.
Well, we're almost done with her, I think.
Thank goodness.
Well, yeah, we're in the epilogue. Here's my epilogue to my tale of sadness.
The patrol has reported in. It seems that the Demon Lord has activated the torrent.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, awkward.
They report that the forest near the area of destruction is deteriorating. If this continues, it will absorb all our phosons.
Not all of them.
The time to make a decision has
I
come.
remember. At the beginning, they established that all the Fae folk are dependent on Phosons to live.
Allow me to report. The lords have prepared our weapons and armor, and the troops are ready to depart.
Thank you, Michaela.
We await your command, Your Majesty.
Let's show the Demon Lord's eye a thing or two.
Ham has joined us and he goes, whip, whip, whip. How about the exclamation point? Oh, it's pew 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 backwards.
Oh.
That's what it was. That's why the exclamation points were on the left-hand side. They're very clever, Ham.
He is very clever.
You sold the power thing?
Yeah, I have better stuff to equip.
Okay.
Too weak this is. Bigger we need.
Probably. I assume you went and got all skills and stuff when I wasn't looking.
Yeah, we actually barely missed anything. Not like...
Your Majesty, it has been a long time since I last...
Yeah, I believe your race swore they wouldn't anymore.
Well, you know, circumstances. It's all circumstantial.
Hello, Paladin.
I swear by my horn, I will fend off any attacks from the Demon Lord's troops.
Until I die.
I like who's got a little tiny backpack on.
Like the little, like, pistons on his legs.
I thought that was a saddle.
Oh, is you think it's a saddle?
I swear by...
Alright.
I mean, it looks like a saddle.
Allow me to report. The Aesir have noticed our recent activities and have begun gathering together.
Yeah, for shame.
Please continue to inform me of your
M30's on. Says beard is looking good. Thank you. Thank you. I don't think I can ever do that again. It was a traumatic experience for many people.
Have to.
Alright, time for the stirring speech.
Come, deliver your battle cry, 12-year-old.
The troops have assembled. Her Majesty wishes to address us
probably more
before
like
we
16.
leave. Lend her your ears.
Okay.
She's an anime elf. She could be hundreds of years old.
I know you have all been worried after the death of the previous queen.
She's a fairy.
Thank you for
She's
following
winged.
and believing in
Potato,
me.
potato.
We fairies subsist on phosons and take our names from the heavens.
M30 says they're going to see what they can get me to shave this year.
Full of life, and we cannot survive without the land's blessing. The Demon Lord opposes life. He taints the Phozon with blood and uses force to violate our land. We feel the fury of the land, and we in turn quake with anger.
Could shave my head.
But we need not fear.
Could cut off your content.
This is my mother's bow. Infused with a new power, it shall shatter the Demon Lord's wicked eye. Those that have died here, the prayers of my mother, and those who have returned their names will protect us.
Someone else could say.
Oh my god, Disney, I promised I wouldn't cry.
Retake the cauldron, and we'll show the Demon Lord that he has underestimated our resolve. May the land bless us in the name of the fairies!
Queen Mercedes, you have become quite the noblewoman. It's as if the late queen herself stood before us.
Only
just
she
a
was
lot
much
shorter.
smaller and flatter.
I am not my mother.
No kidding.
I'm trembling. My fear overruns my hatred.
She's also
When I
afraid of
think
public
that the
speech.
evil man who
It's a lot of
murdered my
people.
mother is nearby, my heart beats so fast within my chest.
It's okay, Mercedes. You did fine.
I can't talk in front of people. I better go kill a bunch of people.
My battle is raging. Ingwe, I hope I succeed.
Ham said that was a very base cheer from an army of women and equines. Well, there's also the other dudes in armor. But,
Still,
yeah.
a lot of base.
Yeah, I got you. I'm with you. We're going to battle! Quick, collect all the vegetables. Oh, you can protect yourself from Omen shot. And as I was saying, somebody else could offer themselves up for sacrifice. Why's it always got to be me, man?
I might get my husband might divorce me if I cut my hair off.
Shallow.
He wouldn't actually. He just really loves my hair.
That's what she thinks.
Haha.
Saw those pots.
Die, pots.
You don't belong in this world.
Yeah. And just got to get them field rations. Well, an army does run on its stomach. March on its stomach, I guess the term would be. Armies don't really run.
Here is heavy.
Here is heavy. So, I can't remember the name of the music video I saw lately. Baby Gamer...
They still make those?
Yeah, crazy, right? Baby Gamer's taste in music is very diverse, and she seems to like heavy metal. So we were... crazy, right?
Good child.
Yes, no, she's... I love it. Her daddy exposes her to lots of things. I can't remember the name of the band, but it's one of those with a really great operatic female lead singer.
Okay.
And the music video is like interspersed with like the band playing, and like she's in armor fighting some other chick, and like that's really the only part that I remember. But I remember like really critiquing the armor, like no, I was like it's chainmail, but like it would be tight to the wrist because it like kind of does that medieval thing where it hangs down, and she's got like a leather girdle on, like waist cincher. And the chainmail isn't, it like parts in the back, and I don't think it would do that. And like it's just so, I mean it's chainmail and it would sort of work, but like it was pretty ornamental. Like she was wearing pauldrons but no gauntlets. The sword, I don't know how she swung that sword. It must have been fake because it was like a long sword. It was interesting.
Well,
oh, there are two of these here. Oops.
Well, you planted one.
Oh, right, I planted one.
Oh, it's a sheep tree.
Although I was reading recently that the belief that swords are particularly heavy is a bit of a fallacy. Because they needed to be light in order for you to swing them around and be a practical weapon. I mean, sure, if they got big enough, it was an issue. And but I don't know.
I think the difference is most of the swords that we see in media are gigantic compared to what were actually used.
Right.
Well, I mean,
and that's
fair.
what
if
makes
you
them
want,
heavy.
I can very easily go grab you a bastard sword, and you can see how heavy that is.
No, I think I've listed it before.
The ring sword? Yeah, it's not that bad.
No, it's not that bad.
I mean, yeah, my Spyhander's heavy as hell, but that's meant to be swung once.
If the job's not done after once, then you're probably not gonna...
Well, because it's a shield breaker.
Yeah.
It's and then actually, once you swing it down, you basically arc it around and then catch people with it. Stuff like that. That's why the crossguard is so large.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Still, not knocking the singer. Like, she was still wearing a chainmail shirt, decorative though it was. Like, that
well, of course.
couldn't have been easy to walk around in.
I mean, if you're shooting a music video, go for form and function.
Right.
He's just
you
there.
Talk to me? Thank you.
Your Majesty, do not worry about it. I will still fight for you.
Weird pause there. Thanks.
They do seem to have a maximum
battle stage
audio clip length, because when people give speeches, like when the previous Fairy Queen was giving speeches, there were a couple times where she paused in weird places, and it's like, that's not for effect. That's because that was the time you had.
So when do we get to the dance stage?
The dance stage.
Well, we're at the battle stage. So
I don't know if we get one of those.
We're going to the dance stage.
I disagree, because a lot of developers would just like shortcut it and make a dumb rhythm game in the middle of it.
Well, nobody wants a dumb rhythm game.
Nobody wants a dumb rhythm game.
We want you to find a way to use the battle mechanics to dance.
That's hard.
Well, no, you would just change what the animation was for that stage.
You say that like it's
they're chatting amongst themselves.
Yes, I'm sticking with what I have.
You should. That talisman's pretty great.
Basic attack would become a ball change.
Ooh.
Yeah,
that was
okay.
neat.
Put your guard up. Keep your guard up. No, keep looking at me. Ignore that shot that clearly missed you. No, don't turn around. Keep looking at me.
That would be great for bosses.
Eyes on me.
Yeah, it should be pretty handy.
That's just your normal homing shot, isn't it?
I think Leah meant the jump.
The jump thing.
Alright, whatever.
See, that's the slide thing. I must have missed the jump thing. I wasn't paying attention.
There it was. You missed it again.
And Ham says, any sufficiently advanced battle is indistinguishable from dance. I mean, look at Gunkata's.
Yay, a skill! What did we get?
A prism drop. A heart. Aww.
Brianak?
Oh, this is her ultimate.
Magic bullets.
Yeah, so everyone has one of these ultimates that costs 50 PP. Mm-hmm. I will make sure to actually use hers on camera. I went and looked at the other two, and they're silly and flashy.
So this is Meteor Shot.
Probably.
Well, that'll be fun. I don't know exactly where we are in this timeline.
I mean, I can check if you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
We must be. This must be pretty late.
Right, So yeah, this is after Valkyrie is woken up. She wakes up around here.
Mentorios. We also have golden and lemon cream.
Have we tried lemon cream yet?
No, we have not. It has not been opened yet.
Feels strange for an Oreo, but then again, I mean, who am I to judge? We've had all kinds of strange Oreo flavors. Like the cinnamon, which was apparently lackluster.
Yeah. We still have some upstairs if you really want to try one. It's just, it says hot and spicy cinnamon, and it's neither hot nor spicy. And barely cinnamon.
One before the underground box.
Pew pew, motherfucker!
Ooh, consommé.
The king of soup.
This meal.
Seems so pretty.
we're not going to be playing it again for a while.
Yep, we've got, and we're going to try and stay
relevant.
Yeah, relevant. That's the word I mean.
In giant air quotes.
For the record, we're not going to try that hard.
No, we're not going to try that hard.
But there's a remake of Secret of Mana coming out, which somebody pre-ordered. And so we're going to be playing that.
So excited.
That comes out Thursday?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to come up, and we are going to have lunch and pick it up, right?
Yes. And we're gonna. But we should talk about that too before you leave.
Okay.
Because logistics are a thing.
Logistics are a thing.
And that one is 3-player co-op.
Yep.
So we
Have
ordered.
we checked if that's still a thing?
Yeah, it's still a thing.
Because it would be really weird if they took it out.
That would be weird if
they left it in. I think a lot of people were a little upset because it doesn't have online co-op.
Oh yeah.
Because clearly that was not a thing when it came out. Because it originally came out for the Super Nintendo, which didn't have any network capabilities.
So many years ago. Yep. It wasn't really a network.
Yeah.
You had to buy a special. I never had it. My sister and I played the game, and I would play the boy, and Kiara would switch back and forth between the spellcasters. But you had to buy like a periphery thing that lets you have 3 controllers on the Super Nintendo if you wanted to have a 3rd player.
Yeah.
Which is pretty unusual, and as far as I know, it's like the only game you would have used it for, unless it's sports games, maybe?
Yeah, I think there were some sport games. But nowadays, all we have to do is buy 2 more controllers, which I did today, and yeah, sync them up.
When should they be here?
Thursday.
Neat. Because I was thinking, you know, after...
Oh wait, let's try out our thing.
After playing on Saturday, like, we could take a break. Oh.
Ultimate power!
Yeah, they all go into a cutscene like this.
Bye!
Wow, that was fun.
That didn't do a lot of damage.
No, it really didn't.
I think it would be better
for a crowd.
AoE.
Yeah. Wong.
But it was fun.
It was.
Now you have to get your PP back.
Pew pew!
Yeah, that did not do a ton of damage.
What, the thing you just did, or the ultimate?
The thing I just did.
He doesn't seem to be taking a lot of damage from anything, so...
That's doing decent damage.
Yeah, I guess it's... Alright, I don't know.
Stay up there. Whoops.
Yeah, he turns around all the time. It's fine. He was... Whenever their health bar breaks, they get dizzied again, so I do that on purpose with her.
Hi!
Oh. He'll get in
The
it.
hitbox on that is tiny. He's burning.
I think you dodge to the other side, he'll come after you. Yeah, also a lot of the shots miss, so...
I was thinking on Saturday after D&D Live, like, we could take a break and then maybe play some Secret of Mana if we were feeling it.
I don't see a point in doing that before we start, because we're streaming that.
I was proposing that we might start streaming on Saturday if we wanted to.
Oh,
Or not.
Yeah, no.
Our guest will be here.
You can get launched. Just get launched.
Our special guest.
So now
I think we have other plans for after D&D Live.
Oh, we do? Okay.
Which was part of the discussion as to why you shouldn't leave immediately. So.
I see. Well, then you all just have to wait until next Tuesday to see Secret of Mana in all its glory.
You know, pretend to like us. I was talking about you.
She totally likes us.
Of course they do.
She's been dealing with, you know, our collective mocking for 20 plus years.
That's
Totally
true.
likes us. Either that or it's Stockholm Syndrome.
Probably a little bit of both.
No, you know.
Maybe not the mocking so much.
No, you do. I don't know. I think once friends know each other a certain amount of time, sometimes that time is only a couple weeks, but once friends know each other for a certain amount of time, they kind of accept there's a certain amount of mocking that comes with...
There's a certain amount of mocking.
The friendship. It also does not help that, you know... mocking is the
I agree. Oh, I'm dead.
one hereditary skill that Swartzwalders passed down to their children. But
see, we didn't do much of that in my family, so I had to learn to take the ribbing well.
Oh boy.
And Andrea asked why I'm mean to her. I'm not. I'm just doing what she taught me to do.
No, you weren't supposed to. You were not supposed to emulate me. You were supposed to endure me and then try to teach me a better way. But no, you gave in to the dark side. Well done.
No, the guy's always supposed to change the relationship, remember?
I think he was already there.
Yeah, I think so too. He just likes to blame it on me.
We're still shopping for a new couch.
Yep.
Are we?
Yep.
Oh, good.
Yep.
I put Trey in charge of it.
Great. Sadly, I did not get back to the last guy in time when he sold it.
Darn it.
I mean, it's been less than 24 hours. He sold it very quickly.
Yeah. Did he ever give you measurements?
That's part of why I didn't get back to him right away, because I was like, do you have measurements? He's like, it's around 6 feet. I'm like, that's great.
I have a very particular place to put it. You need to know exactly how big it is.
Yeah.
Is this a rail shooter?
Yeah. This is the second segment that it is a rail shooter.
Yeah, it's a horizontal shooter.
I was about to say, I thought a rail shooter was...
You're right, it's not a rail shooter.
No, it's a side-scroller.
That's just weird. I don't remember this being a thing in the old game. I don't remember this.
Well, we used to call it back in the old arcade days a shoot 'em up.
This did not happen in the original game.
Did it? Okay.
I have heard of Schmuck.
Holy cow, can you please not take up the entire stage? Also, I can't... That's annoying. So, normally she has the ability to fly faster, so that, you know, she can actually keep up with things. In this, if you hold down, she just attacks.
On the bright side, you have infinite shots.
Yeah, and that's helpful, but...
Well, doesn't that mean you can just keep using POW stuff?
No, POW is... Like, they disabled most of it.
But you got to energy shot. Which it looks like charged as soon as you did it.
That always happens. This is a...
It went through and hit both things, though, so that was neat.
I don't know if it's worth the time, though.
Okay. Well, whatever. New mechanic. They weren't sure what they were doing.
Yeah, it's like every other part of Earth.
So critical.
That's Brad.
That is the Brad we know and love.
If he wasn't critical, he'd think something was wrong.
True.
Not that it's good, just that something was wrong.
This is so funny.
Because, I mean, come on. Brad's even critical of Kingdom Hearts.
That's true.
True. I
And
love
he
those
lives for
games.
Kingdom
They're not
Hearts.
perfect, but I love them. They're just the best I've ever played. Well, Kingdom Hearts 2 is the best I've ever played.
Really? Better than Revengeance?
Revengeance does a lot of things right, but it's certainly not perfect either.
Well, I know, but...
You love Revengeance a lot.
Yeah. I just don't love it quite as much as Kingdom Hearts.
Alright, that's fair.
I'd probably put it above most of the rest of the series. I'd have to think long and hard whether or not it beats out 1. Because Kingdom Hearts 1 is also pretty good.
Kingdom Hearts is one of those games that actually seems to improve its mechanics as the games continue.
It's like 1 and 2 are definitely improvements. A lot of the side games are pretty mediocre.
I've had Dream Drop Distance.
Dream Drop Distance, I like that one a lot.
You have a shield ring.
I was joking. Which one was the one with the cards?
Oh,
that's
Chain of Memories.
Oh, okay. That's what I meant. Pain.
I wasn't good at the game, alright?
I just thought it was funny.
What was...
There were enemies in this game that were basically just dudes with giant shields.
Oh, okay.
And all they would do is smack you with their shield.
And because I was not good at this game...
She got smacked a lot. And so we had this conversation of, like, who's the main character of that one?
Sora and Riku both.
Sora and Riku.
Okay. So, like, Sora coming up to him, hey, I just want to ask you, bang! No, wait, stop, I just want to, bang! No, let me talk, bang! Just constant frying pan to the face, over and over and over again. Alright, lemon cream.
It's seems like one you'll like.
Aww. On the back it says, "You're my main squeeze."
Aww.
And wonder-filled.
That remains to be seen, Oreo.
Well, I'm concerned.
So I know that Oreos are... No, thank you. I know that Oreos are vegan. Do you think they are still vegan with all these weird flavorings?
Who knows?
I don't know.
Not my concern.
It's a fair question.
You know, I mean...
Yeah, I know original Oreos are vegan.
They're vegan, which kind of worries me, honestly, because I always assumed there was... What is the cream made of then?
Oh,
it's
chemicals.
Sugar and...
Chemicals. Thanks, Josh.
It's flavored icing. The cream is flavored icing. So, icing is effectively sugar, water, sometimes butter.
You gotta grow some mugwort for that consomme, don't you?
No, I need chicken.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, if they're
I don't have any chicken.
I mean, if they're vegan, they wouldn't have.
I don't know if that guy was.
Well, yeah,
I
if
didn't
they're
think
vegan,
that guy
they
was
wouldn't have
selling
butter,
eggs.
but they would need some other fat, probably.
It needs to be selling his name.
It's sugar and lard.
It's probably lard still comes from animals.
Don't worry about it then.
Oh.
It would have to be. It would be oil.
Sugar and coconut.
There'll be at least one other.
I mean,
guy
before the
selling
end of
it.
the game, it would be, I think, in our best interest, Brad, to go back and make sure everybody gets all the bonuses from the food.
Not all the bonuses. Some of the early bonuses are like 100 XP.
Okay, but I mean like the later ones.
Yes.
At least the latter half.
Ham says vegetable shortening, probably.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yep.
But I'd rather make stuff out.
We only have 3 onions. It's weird.
Probably used more.
Yeah.
French onion soup, man.
Yeah, we've eaten a lot of stuff with vegetables in it.
Yeah, there's a sparkle behind it.
Sparklies.
We're good.
Yeah, with her Napple. You needed that.
You still have not brought
I
me
mean, it's actually a decent amount of XP.
I'm sorry, what?
You still have not brought me French onion soup.
How was I supposed to do that?
I don't know, but I've been asking for it like 3 sessions back.
You know, you're a strong, independent woman. You could always get your own French onion soup.
That is not a good way to speak to your wife the day before Valentine's Day, sir.
So is that tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay. Good luck, everyone.
We're a little at a loss for what to do.
Yeah.
Because we cannot continue our tradition.
Oh, that is?
Going to Black Angus.
Going to Black Angus under the name of Peaches.
Peaches.
And Ham screams, "You must construct additional onions."
Why? The peaches, not the onions.
Okay. It's a reference to Patton Oswalt's. He has a bit about Black Angus.
I see.
Well, and so
there's a Black Angus in Federal Way.
A long drive.
Yeah.
But so I'm going to explain a little bit of the bit to you. But he's talking about how Black Angus used to be a good.
Simmer down, you. We're almost done.
Cheaper steakhouse, basically.
Yeah, that's what I haven't been to one in years, but that's what I remember.
I mean, they're not a nice steakhouse, but they were,
They build themselves as one, though.
Well, yeah, but still.
No one's going to build themselves as the trashy place.
Yeah.
With Sizzler.
Yeah, but
I'm trying not to laugh out loud because nobody wants a repeat of the coughing from last week.
They knew what they were working with. And Sizzler knew what they were working with.
I haven't been to a Sizzler in many years.
I don't think they exist anymore.
I've forgotten all about Sizzler.
Okay, Golden Corral knows what it's working with.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I always thought Golden Corral was like the high level of buffets.
When it comes to buffets, I'd say Golden Corral is up there.
We can discuss the hierarchy after Drea's story.
Okay.
Because I'm interested in this conversation.
Okay.
As opposed to all the other conversations. Those were crap.
Just didn't want you to
forget.
forget.
Just saying she's interested in pursuing it.
Okay.
But anyway, he has this bit. He's like, there used to be an event, but he's like, but now I'm a little afraid to go to Black Angus because, you're listening to, their ads and stuff. They're like, well, first we're gonna start you with an appetizer with 7 of our jumbo Gulf shrimp deep fried and 20 of our cheddar bacon potato bombs. And it's like...
And like a whole list of other things too.
Yeah, and our 5-head iceberg salad. And he's like, "Oh, am I gonna get a steak? Oh, you'll get a steak." And he's like, "Black Angus, where the door's locked from the outside." And then the end of the bit is, "If Black Angus, your name is Peaches." Oh no.
No.
Sorry. I'm not quite over it.
See, you clearly didn't give me whatever you had because I'm pretty much over it.
No. I was very careful not to be around any of you when in the Contagious because nobody wants this. Every time I pay for something in a grocery store, I tell people, please wash your hands, please use sanitizer. You want nothing of what this is right now. Ugh.
Leah's going to be the next flu fatality.
I would have done it already. Alright, so hierarchy, because I haven't been to a lot of buffets, and we've already established Golden Corral is probably the top.
Well, as for chains, yes. Well, okay, so what is there for chains? Does Furs even still exist?
I've never even heard of that one.
I don't think they do. Maybe in...
Way back when I was a small child, we used to go to Furs every day after church.
I mean, maybe out east, but they don't have, they certainly don't out here.
Okay, well, there was one in Colorado. But I don't know if they exist anymore. There was King's Table. I don't know if that exists anymore.
Huh.
There's
one out here that's pizza. What's the pizza one? Round Table?
Yeah. I mean, if we're going for pizza, yeah, okay.
Alright, no, we'll talk about buffets. We'll leave it to varied buffets. Sorry.
M Theory says you can't get the beard sick.
I'll try, M Theory.
The beard's pretty impervious. It's the person growing the beard that might have issues.
I think he's saying that the beard, protects you.
Okay.
I am the least sick of any, my in-laws have been passing this around. I made out the best.
Wow.
This is the best.
Okay. Okay, so pizza's a whole different thing because that's a specialized one. We're just talking about general buffets.
You're right. General buffets.
Okay, so don't know if Furs exists anymore. Don't know if King's Table exists anymore. There's Country Buffet, which is the if you're desperate buffet. There's Golden Corral, which I will happily go to Golden Corral anytime.
Yeah, no, I can agree with that.
I don't.
What was the one you just said? Country Buffet.
Country Buffet.
Have I been to a Country Buffet?
I have.
So, Brad, would you...
to my family, love it. I have not been to enough buffets to say, well, one way or the other, but, as an adult, I can recognize it as pretty trashy food.
Yeah, and by the way, chime in, audience, if you can think of buffets that we haven't.
And M Theory goes, after church? Yes, a long time ago. My grandparents were Unitarian, and since I lived with my grandparents, I went with them on Saturdays. But Unitarian, which is one of the Christian super light. Pancakes for Jesus. No, Unitarian. Jesus
don't
wasn't
OD on
really
phone.
a thing.
I won't OD on phone.
Ham said that was before church-hosted buffets became popular.
I can't think of any other ones.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's all the buffets I've ever been to, most of them were Chinese buffets.
Super buffet!
And they were not chains.
Yeah, they're not chains. They're just Chinese buffets just pop up everywhere.
But I've never been to a good one. Would you say you've ever been to a Chinese buffet that is the equivalent of Golden Corral? In quality.
Does Bluefin count?
Okay, no,
that's not Chinese though. That's Japanese.
But
it is a buffet though.
But it is a buffet.
Okay. Well, yeah, but
that's a buffet sushi Japanese restaurant
and todai's. Yeah, but you're also paying what 3 times as much.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you pay a lot of money to go there.
Yeah,
you get what you pay for.
M3 says the best buffets in town are at the strip clubs.
Huh.
So we're just going for chains because it's hard to say otherwise. Because otherwise, I'd say, if we're just going for best buffets, other than paying a ton of money to Bluefin or Todai's or something like that,
we have to leave out Sunday brunch buffets too, or do we? Are we counting those?
I would say it's safe to leave out
Well, because those are also specialized, so I don't...
Yeah, but they're not regular, though.
No.
So, like, a Sunday
regular.
is not a regular thing, so you can leave it out. It's not a regular thing.
Well, those tends to be pretty chefy. Like, those tend to be pretty good. I've never been to, like, a Sunday brunch that was, like, crappy. Have you?
I'm sure one exists somewhere.
I'm sure one exists somewhere, but I've never been to one.
And it's a country buffet. Okay.
It's like, I've been to a lot of Chinese buffets, and I would say that none of them were as good as Golden Corral. Judging from all the ones that Wrestle drug us to in high school.
I'm just trying to think of buffet restaurants. I mean,
Yeah, I can't think of any more.
Unless they're Chinese ones. Yeah, it's like Golden Corral and Country Buffet.
Stop cutting me off.
I'm sorry.
Because there's CC's, but CC's is pizza.
Right.
And pasta and stuff. Back in the day, Wendy's used to have a buffet.
Wendy's?
Yeah.
I remember that.
I knew that there's a couple of KFC ones. But...
I remember that.
Well,
yeah.
I remember they used to have a salad bar.
No, the Super Bar was like... It was a salad bar, but it also had, like, pasta, and... It was a buffet. It was a mini buffet, but it was a buffet.
You little jerk! Stupid chicks taught me.
They do.
They're trolling you.
They don't make you.
Which way are you turning? I know you're gonna turn.
You're an asshole, chicken.
Pretty much.
Eat the seeds, you little fucker.
It's gonna eat two and then go that way.
I thought I was gonna walk past them, honestly.
Blur. Huh? Poop.
I hate you, chicken.
Thanks for the egg, asshole.
Oh, we need chicken for the consomme, right?
So I'm getting a few.
Okay, so I'm kind of with M Theory on this one. He was talking about that Chinese food restaurant that was off of Academy and Vickers.
Yeah, no, I remember.
At that cursed location where nothing could stay there. It stayed the longest.
It stayed the longest. There might be another buffet there now.
Is there?
There was, but it closed. I
can't think of what that place was called, M Theory, but when I was talking about Russell dragging us to that was the one I was talking about.
Yeah.
See, that one was pretty good though.
It was surprisingly good.
Sometimes it was
I think the thing that I think the one that scored that one points is because it had Mongolian barbecue.
Yeah, that was nice.
That you could get on order. So. M Theory says Empire something.
Oh, the Empire Asian Buffet.
Yes.
Is that it? Okay.
That was it.
Good memory. Yeah. That place is the reason my sister doesn't like Chinese food.
Really?
Well, I mean, she likes really authentic Chinese food now, but like, have you never heard her say Chinese food is just flavored corn syrup?
No.
That's how she regards most Chinese food. Like, she does not like it.
Alright.
And it's because...
American
Chinese food. Well, when she was in Louisville, she found like a super authentic Cantonese place, and she loved it, but like, your normal, hey, I'm gonna order fried rice from you restaurant, she's like, nope.
There's a place over in Linwood, the Cafe India.
Yeah,
and their Indian
buffets are usually pretty good.
Yeah, it's true.
There's that one in.
So go ahead.
I was gonna say there's that one in downtown Seattle that we went to.
By Pike Place.
Yeah, by Pike Place. They're really good.
Spicy Talk is open again.
Oh yay!
I'm so happy. I went today to make sure.
That's fantastic.
I know. I'm so happy.
What is that?
Chinese food.
This is a very authentic Szechuan place that was in Redmond, and it closed because Redmond.
M Theory says Mexican Chinese food, technically.
Well, I mean, if you're going to be technical.
Well, he did say technically. Oh man, there was a place in Galveston, Texas, and it was a chain actually in Texas called Ponchos. I think it was called Ponchos, and it was a Mexican buffet.
Ooh.
You want dangerous? You go to a Mexican buffet because all you can eat tacos, enchiladas, all that other stuff. All you can eat sopapillas.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's bad.
That's very bad. Very, very bad.
Very bad.
I read an article written by a person of Asian ancestry that talked about watching white people in Chinese buffets and how all the Asian people are judging you when you walk up and load up on fried rice and stuff. And because, I've never noticed this until I read that article, but all of the Asian people tend to have, the crab legs and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's where your best value is.
Yeah.
And
And soft serve.
Yeah, well. I mean, can anybody resist the soft serve?
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Yes, the soft serve is very resistible.
You pay out the ear for it, but the best buffet is a Brazilian rodizio.
Yeah, baby.
Brazilian rodizio is by far the best buffet money
Yeah.
can buy.
Yep. Yeah, I'll agree with that.
It is worth every overpriced dollar.
Is it still a buffet when the food comes to you?
But no, because you have to get up and get
You have to
the
get
other
up and get the
stuff.
salads.
Yeah,
The side
okay,
dishes.
yeah, okay.
The
If
side
you want to
dishes.
waste time and effort, sure.
Hey,
but
you need something to cleanse the palate a little bit.
Hey, some of those salads are delicious. Boy,
Yeah, they're really good.
maybe that's what I should do for not Valentine's Day.
Wait, what is it? Feijoadas?
Feijoada?
Feijoada?
what?
Okay.
The
Yeah,
bean
The
thing?
bean thing.
That we
Because
had
the first
for
time I ever
Brazilian?
had feijoada was at Ipanema.
Okay.
But so see, the side dishes are good.
The side dishes are good.
Anyway.
Is there still a Rodizio in Factoria? I might have to look into that.
I think there is.
Meat.
Oh, and M3 saying, "Do you remember when you and Tom went to a buffet?" Yes, that was hilarious.
Why was it hilarious?
So it was just me and my friend Tom. And my friend Tom is a little bit shorter than me, but just as
A little bit.
like.
Like half a foot.
Anyways, so he's shorter than me, but just as robust, as one would say.
Oh, what a nice word.
And we walked in, and the little Asian lady behind the counter was there.
Did she
and-
quake in her boots?
No, we went in and we go, we're here for the buffet. And she looked up and she goes, "Both of you?"
So robust. There was one.
At which point, Tom goes, "Yeah, you better throw another couple of chefs back there. We're going to be here a while."
There was a place in the Springs, a Chinese buffet I used to go to regularly, like once a week for a little while. And every week I got the same adorable little waitress. And every week she would go, "Oh, you're so good with chopsticks."
Yeah, just keep getting more practice.
I don't know, to the point where food of that ethnicity, like, I have to eat it with chopsticks. Like, it just doesn't taste right to me if I'm not.
It feels wrong.
It feels wrong. Yeah, you gotta...
Oh, I guess I'm doing this.
Well, yeah, you told it to.
I didn't mean to. I was mashing ground shot. I don't know how it got to this particular spot.
Whatever. Meteor rain. Whatever it's called.
It's a good time to use it. There's
Right.
a lot of people there. Although,
Wow.
yeah, but it's also centered on your area, so it didn't hit the bosses.
Right. Schlein.
Banshee call. I don't remember that one.
Wait, did I?
I don't know. Small spirit that ricochets bullets.
Oh,
from
yeah.
it? Oh.
Oh, it's the little butterfly.
Oh, Ham's going to bed.
That is-
Hi, Ham.
Night. That is far too innocent an image for anything called Banshee.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
That's just the sweetest little Banshee ever.
What did that guy just drink?
Ale?
I don't know. It was a red potion of some sort.
You have overloads. What do those do?
Those increase your damage, so I'm going to drink one. Wow, not for very long.
About 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, use all your POW abilities, I guess. Just gonna do this 100 times if you don't mind. Oh, that was a bad one.
Ow.
Yeah. They've been hitting me a few times, because there's 3 of them. I don't know if you noticed.
Yep. I did see the multiple health bars at the bottom.
It's okay, you have lots of stuff to use.
When you're done with this boss fight, we have a bit of an announcement to make, but I'm going to wait till Brad's done because I need his assistance.
Okay. Should I know about announcements before? Oh, Cyclone. Use Cyclone. Ow.
Yeah,
If I ever get to stand up, I will.
You just have a lot of them. Well, you have a couple of them.
Suck it!
Oh, cool. Stack on top of each other.
Blaze.
Blaze.
Haha! Now you're all. Aww.
It continues bouncing.
It's okay, they're on fire, doesn't matter.
And then you got another cyclone. Wow, this is a long fight.
That's
You're
it was
doing a
supposed to
good
be a
job.
tough one.
Poof!
They're on their last health bar.
Oh,
Shattered. Boo.
Boo.
Not use another Cyclone, you've got another one.
Hiss boo. Boo hiss.
Got a lot of health back from that.
There's something I gotta show you at some point.
Okay.
So for Valentine's Day, Funhouse is doing. They have their own like movie review thing called Filmhouse, and they're doing one episode a day for the 50 Shades of Grey series.
Oh dear.
That's great.
Although I read a very
That's one way to get help back.
fair, short and surprisingly fair review of the 50 Shades series.
Huh.
Is it fair to say it's garbage?
Well, it just meaning that it was lacking in vitriol and stuff like that. But the guy was like, what you need to acknowledge about the 50 Shades series is that it's a bodice ripper. It's a modern bodice ripper.
Yeah.
Which, with all of the unhealthy relationship and implied violence that comes with that term.
Well, yeah. Honestly, I thought their review was much the same. I mean, mind you, one of them was pretty heavily drunk, but the other two were, trying to be fair with as much garbage as it is.
Yeah, well, but the
Oh, so before we get into this boss fight, we got sent a little thing from the Extra Life group.
Oh, we did.
Brett, if you would, it's directly in front of you, in front of the games.
oh, this?
Nope, that's my book. The games. There's a stack of games in front of you, and it's...
Oh, this?
Yeah!
Oh,
We got a medal!
We got a medal!
let me switch back to the correct window. There we go.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
We got a gold medal because you guys helped us raise $1,000. Well,
Very
over
cool.
$1,000. But that's what we got it for.
Wow! That's amazing. We have to put that up, like, right here.
Well, after we put the audio
It's
phone
gonna
in,
go right here.
we'll figure out a place for it. But it's certainly bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
It's very cool.
Thanks, everybody.
Ta-da! Bye.
Oh, plot. I'm aware.
Your Majesty, I know you do not wish to hear this.
Thanks, M. Theory.
But the
You said
fact
nice
is
medal.
that the enemy troops are superior. Were you suggesting we retreat, you coward? A coward's eyes always see more of an enemy than there are present.
Chill
Look,
out,
I'm
Omen.
eating my beard
No,
here. Give me a break.
continue. Fight like a true Ragnarable soldier.
M. Theory says I should
to
hang
the
off my
end.
beard.
Give your life.
I don't think I have
to
enough
our
to tie it in
nation's
right now.
struggle. Oh. Well. So you are the Queen's daughter. Our key to victory has fallen into our laps.
That's what you think, George.
No.
Our queen's wrong.
Oh, don't do that. You just showed up so you could die.
No.
Hello, Brittany.
If you wish to challenge me, you should have brought at least 4 or 5 soldiers.
I didn't want these two. They just kind of showed up.
Are you not going to attack? You're quivering.
Oh, she really is.
Disgrace that a child like you should attempt to strike me. Your youth cannot save you. You will follow Leifthrasir into death's embrace.
Do not tarnish my mother's name with your filthy mouth. You're...
Now you cry.
And she is.
She says,
Quick.
looking down.
Musical number.
I must keep my head up and look ahead. My dearest bow, my Reblem, lend me power.
Blast him in the face!
No, aim for the thing.
Against a girl.
Well, it's linear.
Of the weakened.
There's no
But
depth
this
to this.
battle will change everything.
Oh yeah, we actually get to fight him.
Mm-hmm.
This all feels like... It says this is the epilogue. It doesn't feel appropriate for an epilogue.
How so?
This is a lot of action for an epilogue.
They've all had a lot of... I know, it's weird that they're called epilogues because it's really just part of the story.
It's not epilogues, they're final chapters.
Yeah.
I cannot block that.
No, I don't think you can block anything of his.
Probably block that.
Okay. I thought everything would knock you back.
Oh, you're not done.
Nope, that's a combo.
I was.
He doesn't care. His
Turn
fists are
around.
as big as you are.
Oh man, he just hit you with his cape.
He brushed you off like you were dust, man. What are you going to do about that? That works.
Yeah,
That is an
works.
acceptable response. Now dance, King, dance!
Oh man. Can't you see him juggling your king? Get out of the way, peasant. You got Cyclone.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait until more
Okay.
peons show up.
Ooh, that hurt a lot.
Ooh, so it did.
And now he's... Wait, shooting
Whoa!
lasers?
Oh!
I can't do anything about that. He just shoots eye lasers, apparently.
Fly around a whole lot?
I mean, I'm gonna heal. Also, they gave me a level 1 healing tonic. Thanks.
Wow.
You've got a 5.
I'm going to use all.
I'm just going to drink everything right now.
To get the useless ones out of my inventory.
We're going to do this the Viking way. We're going to drink everything.
All you've got left is 2 5s.
Yeah. And a bunch of food.
Sorry, for some reason another George Carlin joke just popped into my head. I never had sex with a 10, but I had sex with 2 5s!
No, it was 5 2s.
Oh, 5 2s.
Never had sex
that's
with a
much
10,
better.
but one night I had sex with 5 2s.
Oh, one night. Okay. Alright, we have a move I haven't tried yet.
No?
Where's Roll? That. Oh, there we go. It kept going. Get out of my way.
I was like, wow, that was ridiculous.
That's good for ads. That's good for the trash.
Most of this stuff is good for trash. I don't think she has a good power shot, does she? Other than her basic charge attack?
That is awesome.
Okay, that actually worked pretty well on him, because he's hard to miss. Well, okay, you weren't close enough on that one, but... Oh no, eye lasers! Blurg! Blurg! Blurg!
Ooh, toxic.
Blurg! Blurg! Blurg!
I'm having a lot of fun with that.
I'm gonna pop you in the air, casually pick up this bottle, and then continue shooting you.
That was pretty good.
So
Oh, he brought out the thing.
Yep,
Oh, hey, it's the thing.
I played another game this weekend.
What did you play?
Since I was sick.
I didn't do it! Don't even blame this on me!
I know, but it was funny. And no, I played Agents of Mayhem because it was on sale on Steam. So I thought
And how was it? Look out!
I enjoyed it. It's one of those things where there were a lot of parts where I felt Volition should know better.
Okay.
Just because, you know, although I find it hilarious
Dang it.
in their advertising.
Ooh, Whirlwind.
In their advertising for the game, they're like, from the creators of Saints Row, Saints Row
Can I
2,
get up?
Saints Row 3, Saints Row 4, Saints Row Get Out of Hell. It's like, okay, so that's all you guys have made. That's what you're advertising. All you've done is Saints Row. Comes a Saints Row clone. No. But
Kinda.
I liked the style. I liked the world building. I liked the characters. There was just like some gameplay things that I really thought they should have known better. And it was kind of glitchy, but I also learned that this was they used a new engine as opposed to what they had used in previous games. So they artificially created their own learning curve. Because they could have used, an engine that they had used for Saints Row, and it probably would have worked just fine.
Well, good for them for experimenting.
Yeah. Although
I can't I can't interact with that thing, despite the fact that the plot was all about us creating a thing.
Yeah.
You do it in a cutscene afterwards.
Yeah, but
lame.
Yeah, no, that's
It is lame.
I'm not saying it's a good thing. Story breaking.
Oh right.
Your key is mobility. Dodge everything. But yeah, I really like the world building, and you're not a member of social media, so you wouldn't have seen this. But it made me think of how underutilized I feel animation is, especially in the Western world, when it comes to, and I use the term lightly, adult material. Because I don't mean, sexy cartoons or anything like that. I mean,
you're not dead yet.
He's hanging on last.
He shouldn't be. I'm doing well.
There he goes.
Hold that thought.
Okay.
Night, sweetie.
Night, sweetheart. Did you pack a lunch and all those things?
Yes, I did.
You have an outfit for tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay.
My Baylor, how could the most powerful cipher of all be destroyed by such a tiny code?
It's not the size, it's how you use it.
It worked, Your Majesty.
Finish him,
You said that a suspicious number of times recently.
His once terrifying visage is now the face of an
Because it's
old
appropriate
man
for the story.
awaiting execution. It would be a simple thing to avenge my mother with a single blast. But
No, you really should kill him.
die and you'll be a martyr. I will not have you find glory in
Good
death.
point.
Your successor will only try to gain the cauldron once again.
Take his crown and
So you
slap him
must
across the
decide.
face.
If you choose to never show your face to
Wow,
me,
yeah, that was weird.
nor set foot in our land, and choose to remain forever in your northern land, I shall spare your life. If you choose to die, we will invade your homeland. Your people will lose even more after you are gone. So swear to me, Odin. Swear to be gone.
I swear it.
Do not try to deceive me.
That's right, take a knee, bitch.
I have shamed myself.
Multiple times.
If I were to break my word, my people's pride and honor would disappear.
Surprise you cares.
Valkyrie, bear witness. Inform Odin's troops.
Now, go.
Former Demon Lord. Leave the ring that controls the cauldron. Take your troops and leave this place.
GTFO.
Always remember your oath for as long as you live.
Damn, girl.
Not bad.
Tell me your name, Queen of Ringford.
I am Mercedes, daughter of Elfaria. As long as I am alive, I shall always keep my weapon pointed at you.
Even though I put it down right now.
Metaphorically speaking.
I'm just saying.
You get
And this
really
is how
tired
she
of
got
it.
the ring so that Gwendolyn could get it back.
Yes. Because this is the ring that controls the cauldron.
And with the cauldron, the world.
Our treasure has returned. And our long suffering has come to an end.
All 20 minutes of it.
I
At
promise
least a
you
couple
peace
hours.
will return. Secure the cauldron.
Yeah, but that's only because combat with her is crap.
Send out a prayer to those who gave their lives for our glorious victory.
Sorry.
Such a splendid leader. Holding Odin's life within the palm of your hand. We are all proud of you. That negotiation was a brilliant political move. Did you see the looks on the soldiers' faces? None shall dare to view you with contempt or disdain. Stand proud and triumphant, Mercedes. You are indeed a true queen.
Thank you for that summary from the chorus.
And a new skill! Spirit Call.
Okay.
Well,
Sport
it gets
fire.
a level because they all get a level.
So
Yeah,
it's another one.
Yeah, we have 2 of those already. Okay.
Wait, we already have 2 of those?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have that other one that, like, bounces them.
Right,
and,
that was the Banshee
Which one was
Caller.
the jumpy over thing?
Pixie Call is the other one.
Oh, okay.
Fires magic bullets into the air. The bouncy over one was...
That was the Banshee Call.
Lunar Side?
That turned out
that
to be
one.
pretty great.
Yeah.
But you should probably up your bow if you can. I don't know if you
I don't
can.
think I can.
Okay.
And also we're done with her, so it doesn't matter.
Well, we're done.
We'll be back.
We'll be back. I can't remember which one is next.
What's it?
Well, you know which one was last, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, isn't it the one with everybody, or?
No, I meant...
Move over, Socrates.
It's Oswald!
Okay,
Oh.
it is Oswald.
I thought it was the other way around. Okay. Never mind, I don't know who's last.
Well, who do we have after Oswald? Velvet.
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 Is that it?
Well,
No.
And then the epilogue. The actual end of the game.
Raise that sword, and the shadows draw closer, spreading the stench of death. But tenderness may exist in those inhabiting the darkness, while distress envelops those who would oppress it.
Oppose it.
Oppose it.
When was the last time you went to the eye doctor?
Wasn't an eye doctor thing? Oh, hi, dragon. I know who you are.
When was the last time you had a reading comprehension
As I
test?
Go away.
Trying to avoid one's fate is like trying to stop the stars. Not even those who see the future can keep from carrying out their fates.
Why were you holding back? I was opened several times.
Do not worry about me. Your Belder is a weapon without peer. My time is up. Use my death to validate the claims of its power. Take my head and announce your victory to the commander of the fairies.
You should be aware that all this was caused by that country. But they did not hire me. My father specifically asked me
Oh,
to
now
do
we're gonna find out
this.
who his father is.
He is not your father. Your real
Or not.
father is a man named Edgar.
Or something. I don't know.
That means nothing. That is just the name of a man who abandoned a baby. Melvin is my only father. Even though I am human, he raised me as his own.
Do not forget that when the time comes.
You talk as if you know everything. Let me cease your tongues flapping.
Shadow Master who threatens the darkness. Seek the bird.
Twitter?
That shall be your destiny.
More or less, yeah.
Poor Hindle. Such a gentle soul.
I get beaten by everybody.
No,
Oh.
we've never seen Hindle before.
Yeah?
No,
No, Wagner's the one that gets
It
beaten
is
by
as
everybody.
Melvin said. As long as I
yeah,
have
there's
the
the red
power,
dragon who's angry that this happened.
even
There's the blue dragon who's
shall
controlled by the
fear me.
sorcerer.
Right, okay.
Now we have to fight our way back down the mountain?
This is just the tutorial.
Okay.
Okay, so
Oswald has a ways to go too.
Oswald's an edgelord.
He has powers of darkness. We knew that.
Yeah.
And, you know, incredible knee pads.
Yeah, I didn't realize though that he like embraced it.
Well, he's got to have a development arc too.
Oh.
Whoa!
Yep, this is new. This is guard breaker.
I'm just gonna stab you and suck out your soul.
That's neat.
Oh, you like that?
Let's activate berserk mode.
So fast you miss targets.
Looks like it is going to take some getting used to.
Yeah.
You can end it early if you like.
Whee!
So that doesn't drain his health anymore.
Oh, it didn't?
No.
No, it's got its own gauge.
I know, but that was the thing in the original.
Yeah, you couldn't really use it much because I forgot about
There's
that.
going to bed.
Night! Night! I forgot about that. Desecrator of Souls and a bugbear.
Oh, that's nice. His dash goes through.
He threw the sword.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember that.
I have to check
No,
on
this is.
people.
Yeah, they all have way more moves.
It's that magical time of the evening.
Yes.
Magic!
Well, Drea, hold on a second, because I don't think we have a stage to go through and we got a little more story.
And they actually should have taken care of themselves, it sounds like.
Well,
Oh, more
Really?
whoop. Hold on, we'll be through this in a minute.
I mean, we're gonna have like 3 cutscenes.
Greetings, Queen Leifthrasir. This is the strongest blade among all ciphers. It surpasses even the might of the Demon Lord's weapon, Baylor.
I have heard that the power of the sword is enough to ward off curses.
I think that's actually kind of flower, sweetie.
Good. Leave us, Oswald.
It kinda does.
There is nothing to fear. We shall not be harmed.
You are
So slimy.
Smarmy.
This allows us to perform otherwise dangerous feats, such as hunting dragons.
Why are we hunting dragons?
What have you done? Are the rumors indeed true? Has Hindle been killed?
This amazing sword can cut through a dragon's armored hide like butter.
So you wouldn't kill the gentlest dragon. Good job.
If this sword can be mass-produced, the lesser nations will kneel to us.
So is your rank in the Fairy Royal Court determined by your shoulder pad size?
Maybe.
Well, he's her nephew?
Yeah, but her shoulder pads are enormous.
What did the Queen say?
Well, Brom, the Queen highly praised the sword you created. But she hesitates to mass-produce it.
See,
It is
left out the
frustrating.
part where she said he was an asshole.
Aren't you afraid? I am terrified myself. Many have been taken by the sword's curse.
Oh, I forgot about
and
that.
have been turned into ghosts. What fate awaits Oswald?
Don't look so glum, Brom. Oswald shall be fine. He is a true swordsman.
I suspect that has nothing to do with it.
Melvin, the messengers are calling.
I shall be there shortly. Brom, I suggest you do not concern yourself with
Poor
this.
Brom.
It won't do you any good.
Doesn't he want Brom to make them?
Yeah, but Brom obviously has a conscience and feels bad about the sword he
Never
made.
should have crafted that
I
weapon.
know, but I mean, that by default
It
makes it
would
his
part the
concern.
heavens and
Oh.
tear the earth asunder.
Oh, I'd forgotten how much of a douche canoe Melvin is.
Really?
you
It wasn't
don't-
that long ago.
I don't know if I was.
Well, and you
Specifically
don't
there for that
see it.
episode.
I was gonna say you don't see it quite as much in Mercedes' thing because he's still trying to.
They lead the Valkyries.
Yeah, but I
and
mean,
easily
look,
slaughter
just
all
talking
they
to
face
Melvin
with
upped
them.
his berserk meter.
It's too much to expect us to fight against such fiends.
I mean, really, Michaela.
You are our people have scattered after the war between the.
Blah blah blah. Things have happened.
Those who failed to escape were captured.
We left our forges, but now the time has come for the Queen.
That was relatively significant. Is the history of the Lilliputians.
Nothing of you. prove it.
Speak not of Melvin. I will not hear a word against him.
Poor Braum.
Well, then I have nothing to say.
How dare you suggest someone is manipulating me when it is obvious?
Well, we've seen Melvin can be pretty two-faced.
It is interesting that that the two characters who ended up together had huge daddy issues, both of them.
Yeah.
Don't come any closer. They say that sword is cursed.
I mean, my God, what will it do to my hair?
Please, don't
Daddy
scowl.
issues is my stripper name.
Death's a friend. We shall not require the assistance.
So this is his home, but everybody's like, oh God!
The unicorns and paladin will dispose of the
Wait, unicorns and paladin? What's the difference?
I
Are
thought
there
unicorns
non-paladin
were paladins.
unicorns? Yeah. Alright,
Whatever. That must be tough for Oswald. Like, he lives here, but everybody's like, oh God! Ugh.
That would definitely suck.
That would suck.
But it also makes you wonder why he's never gone, why is everybody against this?
Oh, he knows. He knows that his weapon is cursed.
And it's going to destroy
He's an
him?
edgelord. He's into it.
That's right.
What is it?
I deeply regret handing you that sword. That blade will take its wielder to the netherworld, where he loses his soul.
That happens.
Those remnants up in the mountains. They are.
He probably didn't know this.
Of the Builder Reaver. The same fate awaits Rum.
I told you, it won't do you any good. Right now, your reluctance is holding back the war efforts of our nation. But it is not in my nature to soil my hands with the blood of my friends.
Oswald?
I shall send you to the netherworld.
Well, then nobody's going to make your sword,
Halia
you
will
idiot.
take care of you.
Take the traitor away.
See? Do you see Oswald? Do you see what's happening right here?
Lord Melvin!
Please tell me you see
Your
this.
pride that keeps you so fearless will be the thing that leads to your death.
He fears the power of the sword and has lost his nerve. Don't concern yourself.
Okay,
Or
so...
are you beginning to despise the sword yourself?
All I wish is to be able to continue serving you.
I like that
I
answer.
shall obey your commands.
I like that answer even more.
Oswald, I'm so lucky to have such a devoted son. Now, come here. I have a task which only
I mean
you
pawn.
can
I mean son.
So,
It is reconnaissance into the very heart of the enemy.
first of all, like, he probably only actually recently got that sword because they tested it on a lot of people first.
That's true.
Well then, wouldn't that make it even worse? Because, like, people did like him previously?
I think they probably did.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're in a level. Now you can go, Drea.
Okay.
Now you can go.
Now you can go.
This will be enough from you. Thank you very much.
Yes, well.
Ooh. That was
that's cool.
awesome. That's new.
Now he's the Shadow Walker.
This is his dash tank. He can do that.
So
Same
people
on
did
Gravity.
like him, and then he got the sword, and everybody's like, "Oh no!" And I don't think he did know all that stuff about just how cursed it was.
Oh, was that a platform? Yep.
Yes. It doesn't go anywhere.
Go up somewhere.
I was gonna say, it just keeps going.
Maybe there's something on the other
Can you roll
side.
black ball? Okay. Not there. So that's only horizontal? Your little black ball fly
Yeah,
thingy?
it only goes up.
Go down one and see if there's anything there.
Huh.
Well, we don't have the area map yet. There might be something. Yeah, there might be something about that. That's awesome! So no,
Very
he's not completely just an edgelord. Although he's totally an edgelord.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can quite hear it, but he has a more gravelly voice than he does when he's when he shows up later in the story.
Yeah, when he starts to get over himself.
Yeah. He's super trying.
It's like Christian Bale's Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Come on.
I am the darkest tiger.
I am the night.
One of
This is some very noisy reconnaissance, bro.
Yeah. Well, this is the only way he knows how to. So, did you find out the enemy? I know the enemy's strengths. Great. How did you figure that out? I fought all of them.
How does he draw phosons? What does that look like? Okay. How does he release them? Neat.
Oh, anyways, what I was saying.
Yes.
About the animation thing.
Uh-huh.
Was that, like, in the Western, it doesn't get used for, like, adult content that much. And I don't mean, sexy cartoons. I mean, like, like, a good, like, action show or something like that. Anytime there is an adult cartoon made in the U.S., it's a comedy.
Huh.
Like Archer or,
That's true.
I'm sure there's others out there, but that's the only one I can think of off the top of my head.
That's true.
But, that's the only way they're ever used. And so I always thought, why isn't it used more, or...
For dramatic purposes.
For dramatic purposes or action purposes or anything like that. Because, I mean, okay, yeah, Agents of Mayhem is funny, but it could also be really heavily utilized as a really cool action, series and stuff like that. Because it's essentially a grown-ups version of G.I. Joe.
Is it?
Oh, yeah. Everybody has a call name. They fly around in a helicarrier.
Called the Ark.
Yeah, called the Ark. And stuff like that. And they've got some really great characters. I'd probably say Dre and I's favorite, I think she agrees with me, is Daisy. And Daisy is a ex-roller derby girl that skates around with a giant minigun.
Wow. Pretty awesome.
She's pretty cool. But they have a lot of, very interesting, you would not see it in a kid show type characters. Like they have another character called Oni, who is a ex-Yakuza assassin.
Oh.
And he wears like a demon's mask, but only like the bottom half that covers this part. Other than that, he's dressed in a nice suit. And he uses a silenced pistol and a armored claw.
But he's dressed in a nice suit that, unless this is just a skin.
It was the skin.
Oh, okay.
I like this,
Never mind.
the color scheme here.
Oh yeah, it's purple. Yeah, purple.
Yeah.
Now you got the red and the blue.
Yeah.
I mean,
the way you described his costume felt very Secret World-ish.
Yeah, you could probably replicate it pretty easily. Especially considering claws and pistols are two weapons you could have in Secret World.
Well, I could totally see somebody in that world with like the half Oni mask and a suit.
They probably work for the dragon.
That would be appropriate.
I will eat you in a parfait.
But yeah, I mean, you're going against an evil organization called Legion, and all this other stuff. So it's very G.I. Joe-esque. But the language and attitude and everything like that would be mature content type stuff.
Neat.
But.
Now that you...
Is there anything you need?
Dude,
Don't hurt me.
if you were not here, I'll sell you whatever you want.
What a map.
I'd probably say the biggest mistake with Agents of Mayhem was they set it up perfectly for it to be 3-player co-op, and it's not.
Oh, sad.
It has no co-op, in fact.
That's highly unusual. I mean, not that every game needs to have a co-op mode to be a good game.
No,
but
no, of course not.
In fact, I am personally a very big fan of the Save Player 1 campaign.
Yeah.
True.
But the reason why this is especially funny is because whenever you go out to do your missions or go out in the open world or whatever, you go out with a squad of 3. Now, you freely switch between the characters whenever you want to. Like, every Saints Row since the second one had a co-op mode.
I wonder why it didn't get one.
I don't know.
Because they were working with a new engine.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Although, speaking of Saints Row, did you mention the cameos?
Oh,
as it were.
Well, actually, there were... Well, yeah, there's a lot of references to Saints Row. Mainly because the Agents of Mayhem takes place in an alternate universe to Saints Row.
Oh.
In that 2 DLC characters are Kinsey Kensington, who is codenamed Safe Word, and Johnny Gat, who is just Gat. But, you know, as a good example that it's an alternate universe, Gat was a police officer.
Oh.
He's an, ex-police officer instead of a crazy gangbanger.
How interesting.
Yeah. Kinsey's still Kinsey. Ex-FBI who broke into every single secure server in the world type thing.
This is quite a juggle you've got going on here.
Only instead of being disgraced from the FBI, she was recruited by,
the Agent of Mayhem.
Yeah, she was recruited by Mayhem.
Uh-oh.
I might have a move.
No, you move.
Something else.
That's kind of cool.
That was fun.
Oh, can you stab drain him?
I don't know.
I mean, it's on fire.
Ooh, toxic. I wouldn't use it on this guy, but there you have it.
Wow, that seriously upped your damage.
Yeah, Berserk mode is nuts. It's pretty good.
You also get a character at one point named Kingpin, who it's rumored that he is Pierce in this alternate universe, because his backstory is he united the gangs of Stillwater.
Huh.
As opposed to... but the Third Street Saints were not one of those gangs. Like, they just didn't exist. And I just remembered something. I think I know why you like the Cars AI so much. It's the same voice actor as Devon.
Oh. Of course it is. I've really got to learn his name.
Yeah, I looked it up. I don't remember what it is.
Yeah.
I will blow my nose in another room because nobody wants to hear that.
He has a distinct voice. I'm a little surprised I didn't recognize it.
Yeah, I did and looked it up just to make sure. While she's doing that, I'll actually look it up and figure it out. This is there's one of those names where I'm like, that's familiar. Come on now. Gideon Emery.
Mm-hmm. Here, click on him.
Born in 1972. He's gonna be the voice of Copperhead in the next Suicide Squad. Scream, the TV series, Avengers Assemble, Tangled, the series, SWAT, the TV series, lots of video games. Drop Zone, Star Wars Battlefront 2, Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus, Middle Earth, Shadow of War, Destiny 2, Uncharted, The Lost Legacy, Agents of Mayhem, as previously described.
Look, right. I can turn into a cloud of darkness.
Masquerade, Songs of Shadows, World of Warcraft Legion, Uncharted 4, Lego's Marvel Universe, or Marvel Avengers, StarCraft 2, Skylanders, Mad Max, Metal Gear Solid 5, King's Quest.
What are we talking about?
Final Fantasy 14. This voice actor Jerry really likes.
What does he do in 14?
Probably some side voice thing. Urianger Algeralt?
Urianger.
Okay.
Neat.
And Nabrialis?
Oh, also neat.
So many locked doors.
He will always be Fenris.
Oh, is that Fenris?
Yeah.
Well, that's funny.
Well, although I do like Devin, okay.
Of course you do, because he's also obsessed with tea.
We have so much in common.
Wow, that's fun.
Yep.
He's also a dashing and handsome older man. I mean, really.
Enemies? Enemies.
There's
one to your right. Keep going.
I'm not 25 anymore. That's starting to look better every year.
Oh, dang it.
Look out, bombs!
I would love
So
to.
many bombs!
When I'm dizzy, I
All
can't
the
do
bombs!
anything.
You're gonna die. And when you can actually do damage, later on, that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, well. That's awesome.
What I find really funny is they've got the game set up so that you can essentially play it forever. Because despite the fact that one of the nice things is after you beat the game, you can replay any mission you want. And it's got a level select screen. It's just like, what mission you want to play? Even if the mission had multiple parts, you can select a particular part to play.
Oh, that's nice.
So that's cool. But your characters max out at level 20, but you get these upgrade cores, which were for their special abilities early on, and then once they hit 20, one upgrade core equals one level. And you get a lot of upgrade cores. So if you felt like it, you could, as soon as you hit 20, pump somebody way up. It's kind of ridiculous. But they have these bonus tech that you can equip them with, and they have a world map. It's very mobile gamey almost, where you have a world map and you assign agents that are not in your squad to certain points on that map to go run missions, and those missions take 8 to 10 minutes.
Huh.
The only real annoying thing is that the most you can send out at any one time is 3 agents, so 3 different spots.
This reminds me of the battle map missions that have been positioned, kind of.
Yeah, kind of like that.
It's closer to the squad.
Well, I haven't played that game.
Yeah. Or even in which Assassin's Creed was that?
Oh yeah, we did have an Assassin's Creed.
Oh, that was a number of them actually. No,
It started in Brotherhood though, right?
Yeah, Brotherhood and Revelations.
Yeah, where you recruited assassins and leveled one and sent it on missions.
Yeah. Also with a lot of the, I think 4 and Unity with the companion apps, they had the same thing too.
Wow. So much is going on. And I can't stop walking because it kept running into me.
Yeah. It's a ship with a flamethrower. It's just gonna keep going.
Oh, I have this again. You're done.
Yeah. So,
apparently it was just not good.
Well, I mean, we played through it.
Well, and that's the thing. If it was just not good, it wouldn't be.
The problem was it was part of a legacy, and they didn't live up at all to the legacy.
Well, here, if nothing else, the graphics were just awful.
Well, they weren't terrible.
No.
The graphics were fine. It was
There
the
were
character
more-
animation.
Yeah, there were more glitches than there should have been. The graphics were fine. It looked like
Belt and Taken up 10% bad.
Yeah, that's a fairly common thing.
Okay.
So,
But yeah, no, the animations were the problem. they were glitchy and buggy. And
I think you stepped over something back there.
I think he was just clicking.
Okay, never mind.
They
they do that. I know his shin plates are constantly hitting the ground, so.
Yep. It's a problem.
Is this the blue? No, this is not the blue.
I'm sorry, I'm never going to get over those knee guards. They are so ridiculous.
You have
Whoa! I'm as long
Oh,
He
the
has
thing
a
I
key.
just got. Okay. I guess that would let you skip stuff if you really wanted to.
Either that or there's more than one door.
Maybe. We'll find out.
We'll find out.
Because, you know, in every game ever, keys are one-use
Nope.
items.
There's another blue key right there.
Huh.
Alright then. I guess it depends on how tired you are of playing the game at this point. Nope, I'm done. Bye, skip.
Imagine if you're tired playing the game by this point, you're not gonna be at this level.
So, speaking of
Mm-hmm.
the disappointment of Andromeda,
Yes.
it sounds like the BioWare swan song is going to be Anthem, which is their new game that's coming up. And
Are we concerned about this?
we are, because if Anthem doesn't do well, BioWare is dead. I mean, seriously...
it is suspected. No one.
Yeah.
That is the projection. No one has come out and said that. But given how poorly Andromeda did, if Anthem does not do well, BioWare may not continue.
That would be very sad.
It would be very sad.
But I'm interested.
And what was Anthem all about?
Anthem is it's the funny part is it's essentially BioWare's version of Destiny.
Okay.
It takes place in a almost fantasy sci-fi setting where your characters are can equip interchangeable like battle armor or mobile infantry armor.
Okay.
And you go out in groups of 4 and go adventuring and all getting gear and it's a loot fest. It's
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Good, because I'm probably gonna buy you a copy.
What's it for?
Well, it'll probably be for everything when it comes out.
Okay, so PC, obviously.
Yeah.
PC Master Race! Sorry.
Don't apologize, you're correct. So I think this is why we have to buy a key, because there's
The
3
red
locks.
key is... Oh, okay. Well, we'll find out.
Right.
Hey, I'm taking treasure over here. Go away.
We're like, we don't care.
But I hope the game's good.
Yeah, and
I hope the game's good and it sells well. But I'm gonna buy a copy. Josh's gonna buy a copy. And I am willing to buy copies for... If I cannot convince you to buy a copy, I'll probably buy one for you. Because I really
You want to do your part.
Want BioWare to continue.
So, I mean, they did Mass Effect, and, stupid question, I'm sure, but what else have they done?
Dragon Age.
Oh, Dragon Age. Yeah.
They also did Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh.
Like the original, not the MMO.
Right.
I mean,
no.
they did the MMO, but the original
KOTOR. Yeah.
KOTOR.
Yeah. Wow. All it takes is one big flop, huh? If they've been around that long.
Well, people...
Well, EA is also part of the problem.
Isn't it usually?
Yeah.
No, I just have nothing to plant. Okay.
Well, I was going to say, why didn't you just plant both of them? Okay.
The rose meal creates phosons.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's kind of useless.
But luckily it all came to me, so they're not actually going to waste.
There we go.
We just have to figure out what this thing I was talking about with the dwarves.
Oh. I wasn't paying attention.
I thought the red key got you closer to the boss, doesn't it?
It does, but the secret skill the secret Phozon prism said something about behind, like look up behind the bomb throwing dwarves, I think.
Well, is there a...
They're everywhere. There's so many.
I'm sure you'll figure it out off camera.
Oh, maybe it's here.
Oh, maybe it's here.
Yep.
Alright, look behind.
I thought it might have been up. Oh.
Nope.
Could the treasure chest be on this screen and just behind something?
That's...
Also, wouldn't chest show up on radar regardless, or?
I don't know.
The secret skills might be on it.
Okay. I figured you would know by now.
We normally have to go find them alone in their own room, but...
Yeah. Nope. Please don't go down until I'm ready. Okay, bye. Oh, okay. So we just... Let's...
Hockey dokie.
Completion...
Roof. Past the dwarf who throws bombs. That was like all of them.
Yeah, so we just need to check the sides.
It's actually a better hint than they usually give us.
What's the first one? It'll get harder.
Not that side.
Nope.
There we go.
Fancy.
Oh.
Bling bling, motherfucker!
Crazed grip.
Okay, neat.
Yeah, he seems like a healthy, balanced individual.
Well, with Melvin as your father.
And beating Berserker. As everybody knows, Berserkers are nice, stable individuals.
Yep. True story.
Why, whichever do you mean?
Yay! Yay!
That's what we need. Proper British Berserker.
Is that so?
So does he go Cockney when he's...
Oh, are we at the boss?
Yep.
Do excuse me for a moment. I need to go. I need to be angry.
Oh,
hi, it's this guy.
Hey, douchebag. Captain Nipple Plates.
The Demon Lord will hear this and be dumbfounded. Odin, you coward!
Oh, it's a sorcerer.
Denying my strategy and launching a sneak attack with the Valkyries.
Tis a timid move to make against the fairies.
Ugh, exactly. All we have to do is stomp those winged bugs on the front lines. All of you, you're all cowards!
Lord Brigand, methinks you might be more suitable to lead the country.
Ah, yes. Stroke his ego.
You think so? You flatter me, Skaldi. Do you really think that?
Yes, of course.
Lies.
You're incredibly manipulative.
Only you can run the nation.
You're so gullible, Brigand.
Who goes there?
What? Is
You're
someone
so
hiding?
susceptible to manipulation. I mean, really.
And just who are you? You'd like to share it?
Reconnaissance, Oswald. Methinks you don't know what that means.
Don't interfere. Nope. Wait a minute.
I mean, you said a Berserker on the reconnaissance mission. You know what you're getting.
Yeah.
Who are you? Speak, or I'll crush your head until your name falls out.
And in fairness, he did just... If he was there during that whole scene, he did just learn that the Demon King is about to launch a sneak attack. So,
to usurp the throne.
No, against the fairies.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Wait, was he actually going to do that? I thought that was just his
I think he was just saying that instead of taking Brigand's plan, Odin did this other thing.
Yeah.
Breaking his nipple shields.
No, fire, 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 fire.
What have you been eating?
Well, just
drinking.
Drink.
What have you been drinking?
Alcohol?
Not mead, apparently, because there's no way you would be able to ignite mead.
That's true.
Yeah, just keep shooting things over there, that's fine.
It's amazing how that one tiny plate can protect his entire body.
You know, we have 2 of those. We should be fine.
True.
The
Berserk.
hardest time, yeah.
I'm sorry, in that position he was in, it looked like you were going berserk right on his nutsack.
He'd deserve it.
It's his weakness.
No, the swords have my power. That's why that's where the biggest plate is.
That and nipples, apparently.
That's his subtitle.
Gotcha.
Better pick up that cyclone.
Yeah, stand there and throw hammers that way. Good job.
And now you die. Before the Valkyries can even show up to put the blades back on. Yay!
Except for he keeps not actually dying.
After the cauldron, the general spoke the truth. The invasion is almost here.
I am so itchy, it hurts.
Princess Gwendolyn, it fits you perfectly.
Do you think so? I wonder if Father will be surprised.
Gwendolyn, why are you wearing that? For King Odin's daughter to be concerned with her image instead of
Just want to look pretty for once, Dad.
You could learn a thing or two from your sister.
My apologies.
Your Majesty, Lord Brigand.
What is that fool doing now?
He didn't notice.
Oh, he noticed.
This was Mother's
Oh,
dress.
he didn't notice that.
I wonder if you'll ever remember it.
Okay, take that back.
I
Daddy Issues
apologize.
is her stripper name.
I shouldn't have brought the dress. No, don't apologize, Miras.
It is.
I'm happy to be able to wear my mother's dress. But Princess Gwendolyn. Let's go. I must change into my armor.
The feather.
Gwendolyn, the Demon Lord's daughter known as Odin's Witch. Could that be her? She seems so different from what
I've heard
I've
that
heard.
before.
Okay.
Well, you know. They make up stories about the bad guys.
Bling. Serpent Grief. Black flames that leap forward.
Edgelord flames.
Such an edgelord.
The edgiest of edgelords.
Stick around. We will eventually make it to the grand wedding of Daddy Issues and Edgelord.
You're all invited, but you can only wear purple and black.
Since their surprise attack has failed,
Purple
the
red.
Aesir morale must be quite low.
Odin must be terrified to see his army so afraid before the battle begins.
They say that Beldor will unleash a dragon during the next battle.
During the next
Strip away the courage from Odin's witch, and all that remains is a weak human girl. We've proven that by killing Griselda, the Valkyrie leader.
Human? She has wings.
The witch is no match against our resolve.
She can glide.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah,
I think
but-
that's part of her armor.
I assumed they were hers.
I still can't believe that Brom is a traitor.
He's not.
I have heard of your power.
Show us more.
Wow, that was a long pause.
Okay, you're taking too long.
You can't battle on an empty stomach.
Of course I can.
Yeah.
I suffer.
I'll find plenty of food on the battlefield.
All I eat
actually.
is souls.
Do not stand in my shadow.
I am
My
the
own
Lord of
spirit will
Shadows.
become tainted, like yours.
Did you teabag his shadow?
Yes, he did.
We have prepared ourselves. That brute Odin, he will certainly be surprised.
Your Majesty, could you please reconsider the proposal to mass-produce the ciphers?
We have Beldor's dragon. We also have your swordsman. If we can take the cauldron, we will have more than enough bosons to sustain us. We will no longer need the poison that has been damaging us.
What a foolish thing to say. My dear aunt, you are full of naive ideas.
I would laugh so hard.
Don't you
that
understand?
when she died,
The cipher
his
is
shoulder
absolutely
pads got
necessary to battle the Demon Lord.
Watch your
They didn't
words,
put
Melvin.
left.
I cannot allow royalty to be criticized so in front of my subjects.
Please forgive my insolence. I care too much for you.
Stop being so insolency.
Not as a retainer, but as family. I spoke too frankly.
Yes. Speak more Stevely.
You know, it occurs to me, I wonder if all the awkward pauses and such
That woman fails
are
to
because
see
this
the
is
full
translated from
picture.
Japanese.
Probably.
And so they have so long for voice clips
Yeah.
for the animation, so they have to match up for that.
Are you on your way? Yes. You must demonstrate the overwhelming power of that sword. Kill many, and make no mistakes.
Princess Mercedes, will you really be heading to the battlefield?
Of course. I need to prove my worth as a leader to my mother.
But did she not command you to stay behind and look after the castle?
We've seen this scene.
That is also a leader's job.
Have Melvin sit here and hold the fort.
He's useless.
Oh, hi, Melvin.
Princess Mercedes, please, leave the battle to me. Rest assured, we will see.
Like you're gonna be
victory.
anywhere near.
No, I shall go as well.
As you wish, Princess. Please, come this way.
Let us bring your entourage and your royal retinue.
Lord Melvin, please do not take offense.
Not to mention your elite guard.
If something were to happen to Leifthrasir, that brat would be the next queen, huh?
Scheme, 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 scheme.
So, the douche lord raised the edgelord.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like how the battle objective was the same as Melvin phrased it. Demonstrate the sword's overwhelming power. Okay, we heard it the first time.
Overwhelming! Yoink! Okay. I will grab you and then toss you like garbage.
Might be fun if that works on a boss, though. I mean, it works. It looks like it works as an interrupt.
Yeah, and it's a grab, so it'll probably break blocks. Which is good because his block breaker is kind of nuts. Kind of terrible. Speaking of, let's throw that on something.
That'd be nice. There are not enough games where you can grab bosses.
Should be nice.
Okay. So good.
Nope. Okay, it does not break blocks. Got it.
I think there's so much stuff to your left. Oh, darn it.
Darn it.
going to say something before it got the cutscene. And I can't remember what it was.
Oh, sorry. Well, you had been talking about Agents of Mayhem.
Yeah, no, not that.
And we were talking about how much BioWare needs to succeed.
Yeah, no.
Because otherwise there will not be any more Dragon Ages, and that would truly be a tragedy. And I don't know what Dragon would do.
I'd be very sad.
She just have to read the novels. Or she could write her own.
You could do that.
Yeah, fan fiction.
Yeah.
It's like every good aspiring author.
It might land you a movie deal. Look at 50 Shades of Grey. That was fan fiction.
It was.
Well, sure, but is Drea willing to write smutty fan fiction?
Well, she doesn't have to. I'm saying if it's okay. That was a bad example of
fan fiction doesn't have to be bad.
No, it doesn't. There's got to be an example of good fan fiction becoming like globally popular and
there isn't, and do you want to know why? Because fanfic writers don't own the copyright on their material.
Well, yeah, no, I mean like getting a job afterwards or whatever because it was so good. They're like, come be a writer on our sequels or something.
I don't know.
Some of the Star Wars writers have done very well for themselves.
Yeah, but weren't they like published authors beforehand and then were asked to write Star Wars stuff?
I honestly don't know. Probably some yes and some no.
Or they were at least established enough that when they talked to Lucas and said...
Star Wars writers were people that Tor already had contracts with.
Go ahead, block. I'll steal your soul. Aw, A-rank Brad.
He's like, hey, I'm little, give me a minute.
Yeah, he's harder to use.
Also, based on what I know of 50 Shades, of the story that...
Wait, creates money from the wounds of injured opponents?
I guess so.
So you hurt a bunch of people and then throw gold on them?
I think it gives you money as you stab people.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can try it out if you want.
Probably should. You were saying?
My understanding of
what did they just give us?
How that fan fiction looked is that she took Edward and Bella,
right,
and put them in her own story,
right.
Like he's not even a vampire in
That's
that
true.
fanfic. It was her story. It was popular because she posted it all over Twilight fan forums.
Clever move. I mean, if you're gonna piggyback off somebody else's fame like that, that worked.
Yeah, I mean, she built a following on Twilight fan forums with this story that's only relation to Twilight was
the title characters.
The title characters, and even then, really just the names and appearances of the title characters.
Yeah, I've never been one to write fan fiction. I've done it twice. But it was with original characters just in the same universe? Because I can't grasp writing other people's characters.
Some people are really good at it. I've never been very good at it either. I only ever wrote one fan fiction. It was many years ago, and it was about the original Dragon Warrior. About somebody who didn't have a character. Like, literally, I think the hero Dragon Warrior is a silent protagonist.
Oh, yeah. And isn't his name Hero?
I don't think so.
Wasn't
I think
it in
you
the
just got
original?
to... I don't know.
Okay. I thought, like, everybody was just named whatever their class was.
The original Dragon Warrior, there was no class.
Yeah, it was just the one character.
Just one dude.
Oh, okay. I must be thinking of something else. I thought it was Dragon Warrior. Maybe it was just a later one.
I mean, after that, I think they actually had characters.
Right.
Okay. Well, I haven't played a single one, so I don't know.
But I think the reason I felt comfortable...
JRPGs are not my forte.
I think the reason I felt comfortable doing it is because he didn't have a character and I could put a character in there.
Fair enough. And, hey, you know what?
Whatever happened to that story was actually pretty good.
Bella didn't have a character either, so I guess that works. She was an empty shell.
Yeah, it was pretty brilliant, actually, in what ways she was empty. Because I've actually read the books, because I wanted to know what all the fuss was about. And the ways in which she was empty were just... If they were intentional, they were marketing brilliance. Because any girl from age 9 to 99 can find themselves empathizing with Bella at some point. Because, you know, she's kind of a blank slate.
Well, it just surprises me.
What does?
Well, because, you know, half the fun of stories is the interesting characters, and so it's really surprising that you can have something with just such empty characters.
Well, I mean,
so
it works
wacky.
because it's a bodice ripper.
Okay. Well, is Twilight a bodice ripper?
Okay, it's not a bodice ripper, but it's a... The point of the story is, you know, romance is a thing you want, right? Like, especially if you're a young high school girl that's awkward like Bella and plain. I mean, she's described as in the books as plain and bookish.
Right.
But not particularly necessarily very smart. Not gifted.
Right.
You know, kind of every girl, kind of nobody. And for everybody that's ever been in that position, that wants the hottest guy in school to fall in love with them, you know, it's wish fulfillment. That's why, I mean, yes, I agree with you. I like to read about interesting characters, but...
You need more phozons.
Thought I planted a rose on it.
No, you didn't.
Oh.
No, you planted
Oh, I
two,
selected it and then it didn't actually come out.
Although, if I remember correctly, Twilight itself is a fan fiction, isn't it? It's a fan fiction of John Smith.
What?
From the Mormon religion.
Oh, that...
Huh?
We do not have any evidence of that. We just have that one person's... no.
Startling...
the similarities between the... so, Stephanie Meyer is Mormon. And the similarities between the vampires and how they describe John Smith and the Morgan...
Hey, he's selling keys too.
Yeah, probably need it. Come back
in the Mormon religion. It's not John Smith, is it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Then who's Brigham Young?
Brigham Young was just a priest of the religion.
Okay, well anyway. But the way they describe him, you know, about how perfect and flawless and beautiful he was, is very similar to how they describe Edward.
Yeah. She uses perfect like 57 times, I think I read. 50-some times in the original. More than that?
100.
Oh, okay. In the original Twilight book. I think I said bodice ripper a second ago because bodice rippers really have the same purpose. Like, the characters are also kind of every character. Like, it's pirate and noblewoman, but it's still like you're supposed to project yourself on to the characters. It's wish fulfillment. So, like, the woman is just spirited enough to be interesting.
Yeah, well, I think that's true for a lot of romances.
Yeah.
Period. So I would say it's a romance. But
correct.
So Brigham Young was the second president to the Church of Latter-day Saints.
Gotcha. Okay.
He founded Salt Lake City, and the first governor of the Utah Territory.
Okay.
Man, you're really chewing up these bosses.
But also the thing about like the werewolves and stuff,
which was actually legitimately interesting. Like the background of the werewolves was actually legitimately interesting. But go on.
But a lot of that is linked to how the Mormon Church views Native Americans.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And like, but like, yeah. Here's a fun thing. In the Mormon Church, in heaven everyone is white. And Native Americans are dark as a sign of their sin.
Eep. But, like, I remember when I was reading those books, something that I mean, I wanted to change a lot of things, but one of the things I wanted her to expand on was, like, when she talked about the mythos of, especially the werewolves, but, like, where the vampires came from, and where the werewolves came from, and where the, whatever they called the half-breeds, like, did they call them Dampiers? I can't remember what they. But, I really wish she'd gone into that mythos more, because that was actually really interesting. She explained just enough, like the Volturi were just the council of vampires in Italy that punished you if you were bad. Well, it's like, no, who are they? Why are they in charge? Like,
I don't think she knew.
Well, but like, I would
particularly based on her other writing.
I would have liked to hear
as
about
well.
that. That would have been really interesting.
I think you got everything she had.
Valentine? Is something?
I don't know. What are you doing?
Yeah, what's going on?
It says the crest of Valentine is carved onto this door.
What door?
That one.
This one.
Yeah, that's true.
And you need a key for it.
Yeah, but like
you still have a lot of level left, man.
I can see the entire level. I don't see a key.
What about that one?
That's a dragon key.
Okay.
Yeah,
what's
I already
the crest
have
of
one of
Valentine?
those. I have no
It's
idea.
on the door.
Yeah,
it's on the coins.
Okay.
Well, yeah, but there are several different images on the coins.
That's the actual crest. There's the Ariel coins, and then there's the Valentine coins, and then I can't remember the last one.
Because I have to
But
try
just
out
finish the
these.
level.
I mean,
then...
I'm trying to get to the boss so I can do stuff off screen.
Oh, I see. We're gonna do that.
I can't without getting the crest.
Maybe it's not on the map? I don't know. Is there a sub-boss you have to fight first? Or did you just do that? Nobody's there. It's just us.
Yay! A star pendants.
Your inventory is full?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you get a lot of mulberries.
A few mulberries. I also forgot to put stuff away last time.
Oops.
Shall we equip that star pendant?
It's funny, you're wearing it, but it's still taking up space in your backpack.
Yep.
Ah, mechanics.
Crazy.
Eh.
Eh.
Okay, now you can't pick up anything else.
The attorneys and such don't take up space.
Oh, right, they have their own stuff.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
Because in the original game, they didn't do that.
Yeah. Yeah, seeds, attorneys, everything took up space.
Yeah.
It was quite annoying.
It was such an improvement.
It really is. Like, this
incredible.
game is far and away.
Yeah, okay.
Far and away better. What did you find?
Whatever Q is. I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Quake? That's what I'd call it.
That was like quick.
Yeah, 2 of them. Oh, quick charge.
Yeah.
Alright, never mind. What do I know? Alright, because E's Earthquake, isn't it?
Whoa!
Oh, I
need
need
those
the boots.
Yep.
I guess I'm not gonna finish this.
Sorry, Brad. Boots right there.
You might.
Nope, all lost.
Well, the difference is like 10 minutes. I can stay for 10 extra minutes, so we'll get there. Another boss!
Alright,
You seem to be on fire.
Yeah, he keeps hanging out where the bombs are.
It's hard to see them in his limited defense.
Well, I got one.
Look at all these words.
The ones who don't go smithing, they go in alchemy.
Apparently.
No, these are things that go in the smithing. Maybe those.
Oh, they're well rounded.
Bombs for days!
Bombs for days. Ow.
So much slashing.
Anyway,
What?
finish up the thing.
Oh, yes.
Don't do fan fiction. Because you gotta spend that much time on
I need valid viewpoints.
Because I'm not going to write lazy, half-assed fan fiction. I'm going to write something and I want it to be good.
Yeah,
and if I'm going to pour that much time and effort into something, I know I am capable of creating worlds. I don't need to use somebody else's world because I can't make one of my own. so I should be working on my own stuff.
Not to imply that people who like fanfiction and are good at fanfiction can't create their own worlds. Maybe they can.
Yeah, no, I'd say if anything, well, that might be the case in some...
Right.
Yep, your bag's full. Eat another berry. But I'd also say that some people just enjoy the world so much they want to continue the mythos around it.
That's what I always thought.
Or they want to self-insert into a storyline.
Or they want to do that.
I think it's more likely they want to self-insert. Although this is me being judgmental. That
never happens.
No, not you.
But I'm pretty certain the people who want to self-insert aren't any good at making their own worlds.
Probably.
Or they're like 13.
There's not a shop here.
I wouldn't call that a determining factor. I mean, I think, I don't know about you guys, but I'd say I was pretty good at creating my own world at 13.
Yes.
So,
I mean, I didn't quite know you yet at 13, but you were doing fine when you were 14, so that's not much of a leap of faith. I don't know, I mean, like, I suggest a young person might be more likely to do it because, it's kind of an ego thing, and, when we're young, we're maturing, and, inserting yourself into a story might be a bit of an ego trip, and you might be perhaps more susceptible to that when you're young. Not that older people are immune, mind you. There we go.
Well, certainly not, because E.L. James is not a young person.
What is this joke?
That's the author of 50 Shades.
Oh, she's middle-aged.
Let's throw a bunch of bombs on the deck of her own ship.
So, she was a Twilight.
Come on.
I don't think she has kids.
So would that be a Twilight Eula?
What does that mean?
Mom, I'd like to avoid? No, wait, because that's still a mother part. Yeah, never mind.
She's not actually or at least I think she's not. But yeah, the Twilight one's creepy.
It is a little, I mean, it's written, well, like I said, the book is rather cleverly written for it to appeal to almost every woman at some point in the story.
I know. But
I agree with you. Like, moms getting all crazy about a man that young, especially once the movies came out and they had a physical person to project onto.
No, he's a 75-year-old vampire. It's okay, remember?
No.
Trapped at 19.
17.
Sorry, 17.
Even worse.
That anime joke.
I'm not disputing the creepiness, Dre. Creep factor be high, yo.
Although one of my favorite things with like the Edward thing, and this also applies to anime characters, is the whole how interesting can you be if after a century you're still hanging out in a high school?
Yeah, that would be a bit of a plot hole, wouldn't it? I mean, after a century, you figure there's an easy way to get around, was it truancy police?
Yeah, or anything.
Shouldn't you be in high school? No.
Well, I mean, I believe it was for socialization purposes, actually, but could be wrong.
Hang out at the coffee shops.
But, like, how often does he go back into high school?
I couldn't answer that
every
question.
Every time they move, does he have to go to high school every single day, all day?
My inclination is to say yes. My inclination is also to say that it's a choice, but it's been a very long time since I read those books.
Okay, but well, and not even Edward, because that's not the first character that's been posited.
Oh, okay, we're not just talking about Twilight.
Yeah, that's not an original concept. Weird immortal character that goes to a high school or whatever for reasons unknown.
That's which one's that?
One you've got.
Oh, okay. I didn't see a dragon on the door, so... I don't know these things. I'm just a caveman.
But it, you know, it's like, so do you, like, go to, you know, do your 4 years at the school, and then take 5 years off, and then go back and do another 4?
When the teachers recognize you?
Pretending to be your younger brother or something?
I have to imagine, like, it would get pretty boring. Like, how many times can you go through high school biology?
Or any class.
Yeah, whatever. Pick it.
I mean, it would come to the point where it's just like, I have the answer guides to everything because
Well,
I don't
and,
want to
like,
bother anymore.
how boring would it be? Like, you're still maturing mentally.
Yeah.
Like, you know, hanging out with 16-year-olds all the time when you're 50, you know, I mean, that's just can't be very fulfilling.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, when I hit like 23, I was done with teenage bullshit. I mean, that was just... Why would you want to subject yourself to that again?
I know, it always confounds me when people are like, oh man, I miss my high school years, I wish I was 18 again, those best years of my life. Now, this is coming from somebody that enjoyed her time in high school. I did. I enjoyed my time in high school. You couldn't pay me to go back. You couldn't pay me to be 18 again. No. No to that. Leah says no, but like...
But it is a fantasy of hers. Because she loves high school-based tabletop games.
Do I?
Oh yeah, you do. That's one of your favorite genres.
Yeah, it's like teenage angst.
Well, I like angst. Yes.
You do not have a key.
This hand. Nope. Not a key.
I think I prefer... Well, I mean, who else could be wrong? I like my angst, but I like fantasy angst. Old-fashioned D&D angst.
But I mean, you've even told me you like high school stuff.
I do like high school. I'm not saying I don't. I do like high school stuff. I just wouldn't have thought that it's my favorite.
The other one.
But, like, that's what role-playing is for. It's to go back and visit a thing that might be fun that, like, you would never actually want to do.
Isn't your current character like 16?
What? Yes.
Yeah.
But that's a fantasy world. Like,
but it's still teenage angst.
Yes, it is still teenage angst.
Oh, so this whole thing reminded me of when I was talking about the animation thing.
Uh-huh.
Somebody goes, well, what about anime? Because I just mentioned animation in general.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, well, okay, I mean, anime's kind of a given, but even then, the animes that come out are for general audience. Like, they try to aim it for everybody anyways.
Uh-huh.
Unless, clearly not. But,
They do tend to make that pretty clear. There's your key.
That wasn't what I was aiming for. But I also said, but let's be honest, like, every new anime that's been coming out for the past couple of years is a weird thing happens in high school.
You would know better than me.
When was the last time you can think of an anime that had a protagonist over the age of 19? Never. It doesn't exist.
Out of curiosity, how old is the guy in One Punch Man?
Unknown. Okay, to be fair, he was a salaryman.
He was a salaryman, yes.
He's definitely an adult.
He was a young salaryman, but he was a salaryman.
It's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
but even then, it's the only thing I could think of.
Also, One Punch Man, I would say, is a comedy.
Well, but Josh doesn't want comedy. That's the problem.
Well, and what I was saying is that it keeps aiming towards a comedy. I don't mind if it has comedic elements to it, but I'd say it was pretty strongly a comedy.
I just think it's weird.
It's wonderfully weird. Does anybody know who this lost sassy child belongs to?
You definitely seem to be getting the hang of this, Brad.
Yeah. Okay. Should I rush toward the boss? We are coming up on time pretty quick.
Okay.
Yeah,
you
we
can
got 2
rush.
minutes.
You can finish. You can get the extra rooms.
Sprint towards the bus!
As we sprint our way towards madness.
Actually, I don't think I have
I like
much
madness.
space.
Nope.
This is a rest area. It's okay.
You had 5, after this 6 slots, or 4 slots.
That's actually decent.
Okay.
Oh, so this isn't the rest spot. It's it is. Okay.
I'm sure it was.
I thought it said rest in big letters.
Junk.
just don't know anymore.
Go to the garbage.
Why don't you ever just go to item box?
Because I want to see what he has.
Well, I know, but item box is an option while you're talking to it. That's why I always find it funny that you leave the item box thing and go to the box. Get you later, door.
Get you later.
So much rage.
Fuck you, coin! You're not my real dad!
I don't know my real dad. Apparently his name is Edgar, but I don't care.
Edgar.
Boo!
We've heard that name.
We have.
Oswald, dedicate your life to
Cornelius
death
is
and darkness.
No, his name is Edmund.
Edmund. Okay.
We might
I
not
can understand the
confusion.
confusion.
Yeah.
To the netherworld. People see me in their last moments and wail. Death. A contract binds your life to the hands of Queen Odin of the netherworld.
Oh, damn.
I know of no such contract.
You act as if you own the darkness. Only those bound to death have that power. Why do you think that is? A certain man pledged your life in exchange for the lethal power in that sword.
He still got shafted.
No, it couldn't have been Melvin.
Oh, that name sounds familiar.
The time has come. What gives you power is already rotting away at your mind and body. Now, as the contract is deemed, give me your soul.
No.
Oswald got shafted because, like, everybody else's ciphers are just awesome without contracts.
Yeah.
I mean,
They
he's
don't give him
arguably
shadow
the
powers.
most awesome because he can do this.
I think there's a
I don't
way
think
with
anybody
perfect
ever beats. Does anybody ever fight Oswald and beat him? At one of the PCs? Does it happen yet?
Someone did.
Okay.
Yeah, didn't...
Mercedes did. Right?
Did Mercedes? No, I thought our first girl did.
Gwendolyn?
Yeah,
Did
didn't
she?
she?
I remember.
I don't remember either, but I thought she did.
Just getting used to these.
Oh no, wait. Mercedes did, because then she goes to Wagner and goes, "No, I fought him. I beat him."
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
And Wagner's like, "BS," and she's like, "No."
Actually, you
Wiggly
know what?
arms! The power of wiggly
I
arms!
think Mercedes was saying that she beat him. I thought she was lying about that. I don't know. We'll look it up. Because what happened was, like, she heard that Melvin was killed, and then Ahalia took Oswald to the underworld, and then Wagner came and said, "Give him to me," and she wasn't about to say, "Well, Ahalia came and took him," so she said, "I killed him."
No, I thought she fought him though.
She might have.
Like, and so I thought she assumed that the Ahalia took him because of what she did.
I don't know. I don't remember. That's okay. We have video evidence.
Yeah, like we're gonna refer back to it.
We're just gonna let it go and see. It's like, you'll tell us.
Oh, okay. That's fantastic. They had a single bag in there for yourselves. Have one of these too. Okay. This is one. Good.
Oh, there's two of them?
Mm-hmm.
No, there are two.
Oh yeah. No, the toxin cloud.
Luckily, I have incredibly generous invincibility frames.
No, that's good.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, it's been verified that the Kirin is in Monster Hunter World.
Yep.
I haven't seen if the Kirin armor is the same.
There.
I haven't seen any pictures. Let's see if I can find one right now.
Why? Because it's funny. I wanted my Kirin armor for so long. I practically invented it.
Of course you did, sweetie.
I said, wouldn't it be great if the Kirin had, if you could get armor from the Kirin before they made a game that had Kirin armor in it? I independently invented it.
Because, no one thought to put armor that you could get from a monster.
Independently invented!
Good. They're right next to each other. Oh, handy.
There's one.
What? Up.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Also, the thing that I find really
getting me my Kieran armor finally. It's like low level and sucks. I laugh so hard. Kiss my butt, Dre.
It's an Elder Dragon. It's good.
Well, on top of that, well, I guess the thing to see will be...
Why aren't you letting me have my fun?
When it updates later...
Sorry, I'm too busy being factual. I forget sometimes.
Well, the thing to see will be when it gets an update and the G-rank version of it comes out.
Have they confirmed that that's actually happening?
No, I haven't heard any confirmation.
Wait.
Okay.
What is this G-rank foolishness now?
So this was just like in the other ones.
Yeah.
You had low rank, high rank, and then G rank.
Right.
Yeah, the first version of each Monster Hunter comes with just low and high, and then they release an updated version that has G rank.
Right. And the G rank looked different.
Yeah, and people are hoping that there isn't a second version of World, that it'll just get an update and have G rank added in.
Well, I mean, possible. All right, plot.
Melvin. You! What are you doing? While you've been loafing, the Aesir have invaded. Loafing. As you can see, we've been utterly defeated. Queen Leifthrasir has been killed. My reputation is ruined.
Nice to see you were busy.
I apologize. Stay put, you idiot. Melvin. The Halia came for me.
Getting a little toasty.
Yeah, and I figure if I am, you guys are dying.
All parents want their children to be powerful. In your case, I succeeded. In fact, you have the power to keep the Halia at
That's an
bay.
interesting way of spinning that.
Do not worry. You must trust me, Oswald.
Melvin! How could this happen?
Princess Mercedes.
Where were the royal guards? You said I could leave everything to you! What were you doing? Why did you not protect my mother?
What happened is indeed most unfortunate. I am not surprised you are emotional.
I'm surprised you're not!
Queen Leifthrasir made for a prominent target. 'Tis a shame we could not save her. From this point on, I shall assist Princess Mercedes in resuscitating the country.
Tell him to shove it.
I may not find it necessary to ask you for assistance.
Nice way of saying shove it.
You are indeed arrogant, little queenling.
Queenling.
If Leifthrasir had listened to my advice, she would have survived the battle. The cauldron has been seized.
Oops.
How can we entrust our destiny to a lass who knows absolutely nothing?
So I'm guessing during the true epilogue, that thing finally gets activated?
Likely.
Wait. This is a turning point. Royalty is handed down as judgment of the gods. The crown still awaits its perfect master.
He says, wandering off and leaving his shattered son back there. Douche!
By the way, viewers, never trust anyone who says the word perfect as perfect.
Lessons for life.
Mm-hmm.
From the Cartographers Guild.
Diagonally upward kick, wrapped in black flames.
And now you know.
Wrapped in black flames. Perfect.
Oh, so edgy.
You could. Oh, okay, never mind. I was about to say you could
So
probably
much
up your
edge.
cipher again, but you'll handle that off screen.
Yeah.
So much edge.
Don't cut yourself on that edge.
He's like, I do all the time, on purpose.
I must report
Edgelord.
immediately.
What has happened?
A paladin have been attacked. There is an armed revolt.
You don't need to report that. Melvin is already handling matters.
He's the one who attacked.
What is wrong, Belder River Handler? Your face is
And your
blue.
hair is pink.
Tis nothing. What's wrong? I feel dizzy.
Oh, he's coming down with anime-itis.
So you must Melvin's Shadow Knight.
Mercedes, if I kill this girl, Melvin's plan will be complete.
That is an intense stare.
I better wait for Melvin's command.
Oh.
Pardon me. I'm not feeling well.
Knowing that the Demon Lord is on his way here makes me nervous. Do you think that girl can fulfill her duties as queen in these times of strife? Her cousin Melvin is quite dependable. He ought to take her place.
Edge!
It's suddenly very I wonder...
I'm not buying anything from you because I never do.
You're a shopkeeper. Nobody cares.
I told you to stay away.
Still don't like you.
Do you fight for the late queen?
Of course. That is a knight's sworn duty.
Then beware the darkness.
Wow.
And you teabagged a shadow.
I wonder...
The paladin's got it for us.
We kind of, you know, I don't blame the paladin.
Oh, it's funny.
We're so edgy it hurts other people, not just us.
Send that letter to the lords. A just cause will be needed to fight the rebels. Oswald, explain the situation.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself?
Paladins who were in opposition have hidden themselves in secrecy. There is now nobody left who publicly opposes you.
Good work.
Perfect.
Those stubborn lords still cling to sentimental ideas of Elfaria's daughter,
It's
Rui.
almost like she's the queen.
But some have expressed approval in the thought of me in charge of affairs. I am in command of a good third of our troops, but I am running out of time.
Yeah, that's great for the country, while Odin is attacking you.
Lord Melvin, you have acted recklessly.
Tell them we will face their so-called revolution. We will break their resolve. If we can stifle the girl and her forces in the castle, the masses will follow us.
Civil war is not great for morale.
Respectfully, a sorcerer and a dragon have been sworn to protect the queen.
Beldor, huh? I wonder what his motive is. He's a tricky one. Fear not. I shall present a champion that can defeat any dragon.
I may have done it before.
Lord Melvin, does such a warrior even exist in this world?
Yep, standing right here.
Boom.
Started the game with a dead dragon.
Mock me not, coward.
Dude, I just asked a
My
question.
man is right here. Now go, Oswald.
Go
I'm off to
for it.
see the wizard.
Kill everything.
It's getting worse. Ever since I saw the Halia, my body is stiff.
By the way, I wasn't kidding about anime-itis.
Is he gonna cough blood?
But I must do what Melvin asks of me. I can still do this.
Not kidding.
Is he gonna cough blood? Isn't that a requirement?
Does he?
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
He has to, right?
Alright, so
Anyway.
I believe we have hit time.
Oh yeah, we hit it a while ago.
Just a bit ago.
That's fine. But yeah, that's it for us. Thanks for joining us here at the Cartographers Guild. Don't forget to join us Saturday for our D&D Live.
Woo!
We're back doing that again
Woohoo!
after so many months. And yeah, we'll catch you guys later.
Bye!